in a decades-long judicial matter between the foreign company and the Ogun State government. The federal government has signed a memorandum of understanding with an aircraft manufacturer, Boeing, to boost the nation's aviation sector. Disclosing this in a statement, the Special Assistant on Media and Communications to the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Tunde Moshood, said the move would facilitate the acquisition of aircraft. He also said the MOU would help improve Nigeria's aviation infrastructure and operational standards. The statement said the MOU was signed by the Minister and Bashir Yildirim, Boeing's Vice President of Commercial Sales and Marketing for Africa, and marks a significant step forward in enhancing the operational efficiency and safety of Nigerian airlines while positioning them for growth in the global aviation market. The 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has dismissed reports that he is preoccupied with the 2027 presidency. Atiku said he is rather preoccupied with the plight of Nigerians suffering hunger and deprivation as a result of President Tinubu's policies. The former vice president was responding to a remark by PDP Board of Trustees BOT member Chief Bode George that he should ignore running for the presidency in 2027. George had advised Atiku to take a cue from the United States President Joe Biden and bury any thought of vying for Nigeria's presidency in 2027. However, Atiku charged the PDP chieftain to advise President Tinubu to reassess his policies affecting Nigerians and not comment on his political future. In a statement by the spokesman, Paul Ibe, Atiku described as insensitive talks about the 2027 elections at a time when the 2023 mandate is yet to yield any tangible benefit for Nigerians who are now far worse off in every facet of life. The federal government has approved 50% electricity subsidy for public hospitals across the country. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Tunji Alausa, announced this at the National Neuropsychiatric Hospital in Baranawa, Kaduna State. Alausa said this gesture aims to reduce the running cost for public hospitals and alleviate the impact on patients. He also noted that the warning strike by resident doctors is complicating efforts to secure the release of kidnapped Dr. Ganiyat Papuola from the hospital staff quarters. He appealed for calm and assured the hospital management that the abducted doctor would return soon. The president of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC, Joe Ajaero, has declared that the union will not be intimidated by external pressures following his appearance at the Intelligence Response Team headquarters in Abuja today. Ajaero, who was invited by the police to address allegations of terrorism financing, cybercrime, subversion, criminal conspiracy and treasonable felony, arrived at the IRT office earlier today. He was accompanied by human rights lawyer Femi Falana, activist Deji Adeyanju, and other senior NLC officials. Speaking to newsmen at the Labour House after leaving the police headquarters, Ajaero asserted that the NLC remains committed to defending the rights of Nigerian workers and will not be cowed by any form of intimidation. Ajaero further explained that his appearance before the police was in the interest of transparency and to clear the air on the unfounded accusations leveled against him and the NLC. He noted that the union would continue to fight for the welfare of workers and stand firm in the face of challenges. Despite the seriousness of the allegations, Ajaero maintained a confident stance, dismissing the claims as an attempt to weaken the labor movement. Newly sworn-in president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Afam Osigwe, has promised that the association under his watch would hold government at all levels accountable, especially the federal and state government. He said his administration will work towards ensuring that government policies and programs meet the yearnings and aspirations of the people as they relate to the provision of good governance, transparency in financial expenditures. Osigwe gave these assurances while delivering his inaugural speech at the inauguration ceremony of the 32nd President and National Officers of the NBA in Lagos. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The chairman of the Rivers State Senior Secondary Schools Board, Sam Emejuru, has warned the board will not tolerate any form of corrupt practices among staff. The Senior Secondary School Board chairman, who gave this warning during a seminar organized for zonal directors at the board headquarters, said anyone caught engaging in sharp practices will be sacked. Emejuru disclosed that Governor Similayi Fubara has promised to address the needs of principals and zonal directors, which he said include provision of incentives as impressed and other working tools to motivate them.
Let us continue to do the much we can to improve those students that have been trusted in our care. Money is not everything. That somebody will go out and they will hear that they are collecting money. So a child will come and tell you, this is a form I got from so and so place. I want you to sign it for me. So you just do 1,000, go 2,000. Sign the thing for me. Let him or she go. If I hear anything like that in this place, that person will leave that day. As per your working tools or things that will make you to work better. The governor is a passionate person who wants to improve on the educational standard he has right. He will do it. We are putting all those things together with that of the principals.
Emejuru also announced that officials of the board will embark on unscheduled inspections to schools.
We are working in a system where there was no board for the past 8 years. There's a board now. See how you can change your system and make it work better. We shall be visiting you. You are our contact persons in the field. We may come to your local government area or go to the school very good. I urge all of you to see how you can strengthen the system, make it better than we met it.
The resource person at the seminar, Professor Robert Ndukwe, who is an expert in educational management from the Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, blamed the poor quality of education on inadequate supervision and called for seriousness to ensure the success of the system.
They are very pivotal to the success of if they are not properly remunerated. And my advice to you is to keep working. Whichever little corner you find yourself, leave a legacy. It's not only about cutting corners.
An oil spill has been reported in Rumewara, in Obiakpa local government area of Rivers State. The coordinator of Pilek Center for Civic Education and Serimovu Courage, who visited the area, stressed the need to check all pipelines across the Niger Delta to avert impending disaster. Courage, while emphasizing the need for thorough cleanup in the Niger Delta, insisted that focusing only in Ogoni will not reduce the effect of oil activities in the region.
We only see spillage when this crude oil spews over the surface ground. Meanwhile, under the ground, there is spillage cut across the Niger Delta host communities. Now, HYPREP is cleaning Ogoni land. What about the other parts of Niger Delta? So this is a call for evaluation of the entire Niger Delta host communities' environment and a need to clean up the environment. Spillage in Rumuwara community, Oroigwe. This morning we went and inspected the site. Devastating.
During the inspection, Courage disclosed that some persons were seen scooping the oil and also noted the environmental and health hazard of the spillage. He further charged indigenous and international oil companies to operate with best international practices, adding that their lack of professionalism has continued to cause great harm to the people. 9 years after a Port Harcourt-based human rights lawyer, Ken Aswete, was gruesomely murdered by suspected hired assassins in a village in Alu community in a Kwara local government area of Rivers State. Reports of the prosecution of late Ken Aswete, who stood for equity, justice and a better society for all, was ambushed and killed in an inhumane manner on his way from work on 29th of August 2016. The killing of late Aswete generated lots of concerns and worries as he was killed on the same day he made a striking revelation on what he knew about a high-profile politician in the state who was prosecuting another politician he was defending in a matter at a court in Port Harcourt. Members of the civil society organization and well-meaning individuals also declared what they described as a black day and marched to the Rivers State Police Command to seek for justice over the killing. Today FM correspondent had reported that 3 people were arrested in connection to the killing of the human rights lawyer and detained at the office of the then Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS, and how the then SARS commander complained that he was under pressure to release those arrested. Despite alarm raised by some individuals, the whereabouts of the suspect have remained unknown, as it appeared the Nigerian Bar Association, to which late Ken Aswete belonged, became reluctant in its fight for justice for the deceased member. It would interest you to know that the killing of Ken Aswete was amongst the several killings that grilled before, during, and after the 2015 general elections in Rivers State. These facts were reportedly confirmed in the judgment of the Supreme Court in an electoral petition instituted by the then governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Dakuku Peterside, against the victory of Nyesom Wike and the People's Democratic Party, where the Supreme Court affirmed that Rivers State was a theater of war. Although the election was not cancelled as prayed by Peterside and his party for failing to prove his facts in court, the then Governor Wike later initiated state amnesty, which could not stand the test of time, after some of the beneficiaries decried alleged abandonment by the state government. Today FM's crime correspondent understands that insecurity in Rivers State reduced to a certain level after the introduction of a local vigilante group known as Onelga Security Peace and Advisory Committee, OSPAC, by the then Ketika Committee Chairman of Onelga, O.C. Olisa. The local vigilante group started expanding to other local government and communities who have remained a subordinate to security agencies, with the killing of Don Wani of Onelga and some of his gang, Wardi of Emelga and some of his gang members, then 2 Baba of Ahoda East, among other notorious criminals in the state, by joint team has remained a relief to the society. The Ketika Committee Chairman of Ahoda East Local Government Area of Rivers State, Happy Bennett, has felicitated with High Chief Harvey Idiozu and Adokie Oyagri on their recent appointment by the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara. A chairman, in a congratulatory message by the Council Chief Press Secretary, Abubo Chiemele Thangot, thanked Governor Fubara for appointing them as members of the Rivers State Investment Promotion Agency Governing Board and Rivers State Public Procurement Bureau. The Ahoda CTC boss expressed confidence that they will bring their wealth of experience to bear in the advancement of the governor's economic blueprint. He further urged the newly appointed sons of Ahoda East, whom he described as the best hands for their assigned portfolios, to continue to make them proud. On the foreign scene, the Kremlin has warned France not to turn a criminal case against Telegram founder Pavel Durov into political prosecution. Russia, which has led an unprecedented crackdown on political opponents during its Ukraine offensive, has painted Durov's surprise arrest in Paris earlier this week as politically motivated. France has charged Russian-born Durov, who also has French citizenship, on several counts of failing to curb extremist and illegal content on the popular social media platform. Durov is granted conditional release against a bail of €5 million and on the condition he must report to a police station twice a week, as well as remain in France. In sport, Arsenal Football Club is expected to lose 2 of its first-team players to Premier League rivals today. The club's goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale is set to undergo medicals with Southampton after both clubs agreed on initial £25 million transfer fee. Ramsdale leaves the Emirates after becoming second choice behind David Raya last season. Also, Fabrizio Romano revealed that Arsenal and Crystal Palace were ready to sign all documents for the Eddie Nketiah deal. To end the news, as a summary of the major stories. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has departed Nigeria for a diplomatic visit to China. The Nigerian Labour Congress has reassured of its commitment to defending the rights of Nigerian workers. We also told you that an oil spill has been reported in Rumewara community in Obiakpa local government area of Rivers State. On the foreign scene, you heard that EU's foreign policy chief has urged Ukraine supporters to lift curbs on arms used in Russia. Stella Sesongu, editor of the news. For comment and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people. Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelt.
We're not just a station.
We are the station.
Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
We fit protect your car, your savings.
I beg you, make you no let her dey boring. Make we make insurance. We lifestyle. You don't even hungry, you say, make your insurance. Give you pass meeting you dey collect. Make you no shake body at all. Because now good hands, you deal with Hares Insurance Group. Come even join with Boku insurance coverage. You fit also enjoy free awoof like chance to fit network up to 10% discount for hotels, gyms, spas, and for 30 year store. What you like for the shop? Tickets to enter show events. Plus free materials to carry plan your tomorrow. So next time when person ask you, what your insurance company they give you yourself? Your answer supposed to be with Hares Insurance Group. Of course, it plenty pass just insurance.
To follow Choplet all these, sign up on www.hairsinsurancegroup.com. That na HEIRS. Hares Insurance Group. Simple life day here.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Good evening, sports fans, and this is a Soccer Nation, the best 15 minutes of football you can find on your airwaves. Your pilot this evening is none other than Ovie Wallace, ready to guide you through this world of football. So don't change that dial. We'll be back after this short break. Yes, and we start off in the local scenes as former Super Eagles striker and coach Samson Siasia has confirmed the interest from Mighty Jets FC of Jos after completing the ban imposed on him by FIFA. Now, Siasia, who was initially given a lifetime ban from football by FIFA, but he challenged the decision in court where the ban was reduced to 5 years. Now, speaking at a world press conference in Abuja organized by his friends, Siasia expressed gratitude to those who supported him during his challenging times, including Chief Segun Odigbami, Governor Doye Dire, Minister of FCT Nyesom Wike, and Abuja All-Stars, and many others. CEO speaking, and I quote, 5 years have come and gone, and now it's time to hit the ground running. I'm ready to start anew. I've received a few offers, including from abroad, but nothing concrete yet. I recently had discussions with Ferdinand Mbom, general manager of Mighty Jets, and visited Plateau State to watch a preseason tournament. I was supposed to meet with the governor, but he was in Abuja. We'll see how things turn out. And now, following the goalkeeping crisis rocking the national team in the country, head coach Kenneth Rowe has decided to establish a goalkeeping school in Benin Republic. While discussing with the sports ministry in the country, the Franco-German gaffer recognized goalkeeping positions as one of the weaknesses of the national team. And after much deliberation and discussion, the Ministry of Sports gave its backing to the former coach of the Super Eagles, Rowe, immediately named Jonas Bide as the instructor of the school, and the lecturer. And the lecture and training are scheduled to start in September. Also, in preparations for the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers, Coach Kenneth Rowe has called up 25 players who are the Cheetahs of Benin will commence their campaign in the qualifiers with the clash against Nigeria Super Eagles in Uyoro. On Thursday, announced the list of 25 players who will face the three-time African champions. The list consists of 3 goalkeepers, 10 defenders, 7 midfielders, and 5 strikers. And the game, which is slated for the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, will see Kenneth Rowe facing Super Eagles' new coach Bruno Labbadia. And Bayern Munich winger Michael Olise has finally dashed the hope of Nigeria getting him in the future. Olise, who is eligible to represent 4 different countries, including Nigeria, Algeria, France, and England. He was born in England to a Nigerian father and a French-Algerian mother. Olise did play for the French under-20 team before he finally represented them at the Paris Olympic Games. His performance during the Olympics has earned him a call-up for the Les Bleus ahead of the Nations League next week. Now, making their debut in the competition will automatically eclipse the chance of him playing for the Super Eagles. Olise was named as a standby for the Nigerian squad, taking part in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers against Benin and Lesotho in 2022 by former head coach Kenneth Rowe. And now jump to what's happening in the foreign scenes. And Le Carsley has handed call-ups to Angel Gomez and Tino Livramento, Morgan Gibbs White, and Noni Madueke in the first team squad as he's been named the England interim manager. Now, Lille winger Gomez, Newcastle defender Livramento, and Nottingham Forest midfielder Gibbs White, and Chelsea winger Madueke all played for Carsley during his time as England's under-21 manager. Also, Manchester City playmaker Jack Grealish, who was cut from England's preliminary squad, Euro 24 squad, has been recalled, as well as Manchester United defender Harry Maguire. Now, England will take on the Republic of Ireland in Dublin on the 7th of September and Finland at Wembley on the 10th of September in the Nations League. And England defender Kieran Trippier has announced his retirement from international football. The 33-year-old was capped 54 times, with his only goal coming against Croatia in the 2018 World Cup semi-final defeat in Moscow. The Newcastle right back, who made his debut in 2017 under former manager Gareth Southgate, captained England 3 times. He said, and I quote, "I never thought as a young lad from Bury that I would play for my country, let alone achieve 54 caps." The Trippier posted this on his social media. And the Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah says he is only focused on enjoying the last year of his contract before making a decision on his future. Now, Salah, who is 32 years of age, is yet to sign a new deal at the Reds, with his contract set to expire this summer. Now, Liverpool rejected a £150 million offer from Al Ittihad for Salah last September. And Salah said, speaking to Sky Sports, and I quote, "Before the season, I was just like, I've got 1 year left. Let's just enjoy it and don't think about the contract." The Egyptian, who joined the Reds for $34 million from Roma in 2017 and has gone on to score 213 goals in 351 appearances, ranking 5th in Liverpool's all-time record goal scorers. And Brighton midfielder Matt O'Reilly will undergo surgery on his ankle after suffering a bad injury on his debut for the club. The Denmark international was forced off less than 10 minutes into his debut against Crawley on Tuesday after being on the receiving end of a crunching tackle. Now O'Reilly, who's 23 years of age, completed a £25 million move to Brighton from Celtic on a Monday, and Brighton manager Fabian Hurzeler described the tackle from Crawley James Williams as ridiculous after the 4-0 win, as he says the midfielder is now set for a stint on the sidelines. Now Hurzeler said, and I quote, "It is like we expected. It's a bad injury and he needs surgery on his ankle. I can't say how long or when we expect him to be back because of the rehabilitation. It is a tough one, but for us, we will try to support him the best we can." And Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag will be without a Mason Mount for Sunday's clash against Liverpool in the Premier League, as he has picked up a minor muscle problem, ruling him out of the crucial game at Old Trafford. Now, the former Chelsea midfielder confirmed the news on his social media. He wrote, and I quote, "During the last game, I picked up a minor muscle issue. I'll be out for a few games. I worked hard to get my fitness back to where it needs to be. I felt sharp and ready. I wanted to hear it from me. I wanted you to hear from me how frustrated I am." Mount did feature in United's first 2 games against Fulham and Brighton. And to women's side of the teams, Rebecca Welsh, the first woman to referee a fixture in the Premier League, has announced her retirement from officiating. The 40-year-old made history in 2021 where she became first woman to referee an EFL match after taking charge of Harrogate Town versus Port Vale in the League 2. Now, Welsh officiated the championship and 3rd round of the Men's FA Cup before refereeing Fulham versus Burnley in the Premier League at Craven Cottage in 2023. Now, Welsh has decided to step away from a role on-field career by taking a managerial role within the PGMOL, that is the Professional Game Match Officials Limited. She hopes to support and develop officials for the women's game. And now, before we close the show, let's just look at some transfers that are happening this week. Chelsea's goalkeeper Doje Petrovic has agreed to join RC Strasbourg on a season-long loan. The 24-year-old Serb played 31 times under Mauricio Pochettino last season, but will move on after Chelsea signed Philip Jorgensen from Villarreal as his replacement last month. Now, Petrovic also signed a new contract on improved terms at Stamford Bridge before his move to Strasbourg. The Blues, who signed Petrovic from New England Revolution for £40 million last summer, believe the move is in the interest of his long-term development. The 2-time Serb international will help strengthen undefeated Strasbourg, who is now led by English manager Liam Rossegno in France's top flight. And Liverpool have signed Juventus winger Federico Chiesa for £10 million with a further £2.5 million in add-ons based primarily on team performance. Now, Chiesa, who's 26 years of age, joins on a 4-year deal and is Arne Slot's first signing to arrive at the club. Now, the forward was a star for Italy squad that beat England on penalties in the Euro 2020 final at Wembley. Speaking to the club website, Chiesa said, and I quote, "I'm happy to be a Liverpool player. When Richard Hughes called me and said, 'Do you want to join Liverpool?' I said yes immediately because I know the history of this club. I know what it represents to the fans." And Napoli Haku from Chelsea in a £30 million deal. Napoli's move for the 31-year-old forward has been driven by manager Antonio Conte, under whom the Belgian enjoyed 2 prolific seasons for Inter Milan from 2019 to 2021. The striker rejoins Chelsea Xhaka rejoined Chelsea in 2021 for £97.5 million, but has spent the past 2 seasons on loan in Italy, first back at Inter Milan and then with Roma. Lukaku scored 24 goals and has won a Serie A title under Conte in 2021. Lukaku's departure comes as Chelsea midfielder Tony Anjorin also moves to Italy's Serie A, joining Empoli on a 3-year deal. And Bournemouth have signed Chelsea's goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga on a season-long loan deal. Kepa, who's 29, is the world's most expensive goalkeeper after moving to his club, to the Blues, in 2018 from his boyhood club Athletic Bilbao for £71 million. His contract at Chelsea, which has been due to expire at the end of the 2025 season by I know Andoni Iraola well, so of course that was a big reason for me coming here. He spoke very well about everything here. Kepa, who did play for Bournemouth boss Iraola while staying at Bilbao. And Newcastle is set to walk away from their long-running pursuit of Mark. Tired of negotiations with Crystal Palace. Now, Newcastle had offered a club record £65 million plus £5 million in add-ons for the England international. But Palace owner Steve Parish has so far refused to accept. Now, Palace have remained firm on their evaluation and do not want to lose their captain as they look to strengthen their squad with time running out in the transfer window. Newcastle are set to walk away without their number one target. And Newcastle have had multiple bids turned down for the 24-year-old in recent weeks, with the last rejection of a £60 million plus £5 million add-ons. The increased £70 million package has remained on the table, but those involved in the deal believe the Parish does not want to sell despite Gay having 2 years left on his contract. And that's all we can take this evening on Soccer Nation. So stay blessed and enjoy the rest of your evening. Of your Wallace signing out. Bye bye.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM Pawtucket, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today95.1 FM Pawtucket, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Give it up, give it up, Leaders of tomorrow, Gaby. Umwaka jimanche kubene noa. Nishuku kozi la kozi. Unu ganeke jana bata bata. Woli bari kogwane kena nyabuna. Barabeli genua. Omu Nigeria.
Science and technology, Abatago Bodanio, Industry Radigo, Ayana Music Canio, Party Radigo, Ayana Music Canio, they can have a gift and the Banina Nonaka, Banina Bodo, and the Banina Nonaka, I will check if I got him, if I don't forget Joy, Mama Chalon Didio, if I got him, when Didio.
anyị ga-ebi ya siri ike ọgarị mma
His name is Oliver the Cook. Yes, of course. Biri Kambiri. Welcome to What's on Your Mind, and today 95.1 FM. I'll be with you from now up until 9. Yes, of course, so we're going to be having fun on radio. So this is where we open the phone lines for you to just say what's on your mind, what is bothering you. But can we just make it a little bit less political? Yesterday, we did a little bit of political, but let's just make it less political. Now, I want to ask you a question. Few questions I have on my mind. Would you love, school resuming on the 9th? Yes, that's right. And of course, you'll be paying school fees. You can't run away from it. It is there. It has always been there because, you don't have, we don't have, I don't even know. We don't have free education. Yes. Public free education. No, we don't have it. Because even in the government schools, you pay. And the average parent now would want to send their child to a private school where they will be taught something nice. Nobody wants to send their children to public school because the public school are all dead. They are all in comatose now. Now, you will need to pay school fees, true? The question is, would you love your wife to surprise you by paying the school fee of the children? If you would love that, raise up your hand, call me and tell me. And then, if you are the wife listening, would you also love to surprise your husband? Take up that headache, take up that burden from him. Surprise him by paying the fees, buying the books, the shoes, etc. for the children this September that school is resuming. Just transfer the money into the school's account. Later, you can tell him. Because he will be shocked that they won't write him any letter, and probably when he comes back to you that, honey, we've not paid this student's school fees, say, don't worry, I've taken care of it. How many of you would want to do that as a wife? Raise up your hand and call me and tell me or send me a message. And then how many husbands who are listening would love that this period? You have 2, 3, 1, 4. Your wife just pays the school fee. Just without making noise. Oh, it's not the one you pay now. And then Organo go hear something. You just pay and then you're just quiet. How many of you would love that? That's number one question. Okay? Then, have you noticed that people who collect illegal tax, I'm not talking about legal tax, so illegal, the ones who, these agro guys, who just harass people, collect taxes, you get as their life they be. Have you discovered it? They too, their life needed too correct like that. Like they don't use that money, for anything useful. Have you checked? When people talk about being successful in life, it has many dimensions. Being successful is not just all about having money. You can have so much money, buy some properties, but you're not successful. How? Let me explain. You're successful when, in your little way, you're able to make money legally without stepping on somebody's toes or without making someone cry. You use that money judiciously, build a house or houses you can build, marry a good woman, and then you see that your children will grow up and become, they won't give you pains. That's success. But, when you trample on people, illegally acquire what was supposed to be theirs, go there for your life. There'll be some sort of stumbling block, you won't be successful. Somehow. Those things will find their way back into the hands of other people. When you make people cry. And that's what some of these agro boys do. They make people cry. Even these land grabbers, they make people cry. They are not usually successful. Forget about, all the flaunting that they have so much money. Some of them, sometimes one sickness will just bam, and then the whole money will disappear into thin air. They will start selling those properties. Call in and let's talk. But have you discovered that? Have you been able to do your research? 0810-9510951. You'd love your wife to take care of the fees this September. Call me and tell me why you would love her to do it, or why you wouldn't love her to do it. You know, there are people who wouldn't want their wife to do anything, take care of any major financial burden because that woman will not allow them. So you hear the man say, no, leave it, don't worry, I'll pay. Then how many wives who are listening, even if you're not married, you would want to, once in a while, just surprise your husband, pay his fees, as we're approaching September, school is resuming. Call me and tell me. If you would want to do it, tell me why. If you wouldn't want to do it, also tell me the reason. Give me the reasons. 0817 0000951 0810 9510 951. Then I also brought in another issue. Okay, let me take this. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. We're listening. It's all right. I also brought in another issue. Have you discovered that people who trample on people who do illegal tax collection, seize people's land, do all manner, they are not usually successful? Have you done that research? Have you checked around you? There's a particular guy who used to do illegal tax collection at Choba Junction. When I was in school, those things actually will resonate with this story. That guy used to collect money. Those guys make a lot of money daily. I finished school like how many years ago? I've started working, and I'm still seeing him collecting money on the road. And the guy is not looking fine. He looks like someone who has an ailment. So where's the money he has been collecting all this while? I think about three. That one is particular. There are two other ones too at this Choba Junction. So where's all the money they collect daily? All the money has been collecting for years. Why hasn't he built skyscraper, and why is he not looking good? Good evening. So I usually ask, when I see some things, I usually ask question, where's the money they collect? If you know the amount of money these guys collect daily, you'll be shocked. But as I speak with you, some of them are looking very tattered and very unkempt. Yes, good evening. Engineer, I need help. This line seems to be very stubborn. I don't know. The network providers, they told us to go and link this and link that. People are linking. Network service. Good evening. Yes, go ahead. See? Oh, wow. With all the linkage, nothing they come out. In spite of all the linking, nothing they come out. Instead of them to strengthen their service, they are busy disturbing Nigerians, disturbing people in conjunction with the NCC. Those ones, they don't even know their left from their right. Every day link this, do this one. Yet kidnappers are kidnapping people. All the linkage, can't be easy to trace the kidnappers and arrest them or flush them out of the system. This country, 0810-9510-951 0817-000-951, or better still, you can send in a message. If they come in early, I'll be able to take them. Yes, good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Zion.
Go ahead, Mr. Zion.
I used to even be one of a parliamentarian of the MCC River State in the South zone. I'm telling you the truth. Those times there were Econet, Retails, and the rest. That was when I became a parliamentarian. But after one or two sittings at presidential, I know you open your mouth and blink your eyes, right? We no share money. That was when No, we discussed a lot about the telecom sector. I'm telling you the truth. And things were going well then. I don't know about now. Now, for the major issue of this election, the truth is this. Whoever that seriously collects money from this country.
Hi, Mr. Zion. They don't want you to talk. Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Henry.
Go ahead, Henry.
On this issue you raised this evening, I have only one I want to contribute to, which is the issue of this illegal collection of money. Hello?
Go ahead, sir. We're listening.
Illegal collection of money. I want the government to put eye into this AK houses. Most of we trying to develop that area. The illegal money people are collecting in the bush is on the high side. I don't want to begin to mention name of people who used to come to collect, because at the end of the time you have paid it all, they don't use the money for anything. After 2-3 years, you still see them. Both from their leaders, check them very well, no investment, no nothing. But my own contribution is the government should put her into this illegal money. The money are going to run wrong hands. It's easy for us to pay the government, but this money they are going to wrong hands. The government should put her into it and see how those things can be stopped. That's my contribution.
All right. I don't usually tell government to do anything again. If they want to do it, let them do it. If they don't want to do it, let them leave it. Why could they run the country like that? Which government? Government, don't they know what they're supposed to do? I'm the one who will be reminding government of their responsibility. Do you remind the father of his responsibilities? Max, how will these people look good when curses are laid on those monies? Take a critical look at our politicians. Do they ever look fresh? For where? No peace of mind. When you feed on illegal money, the repercussion is always waiting for you. Simply goodness. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, that guy, that too.
Hello?
Good too. You hear me?
Yes, please, go ahead.
I say the main money they go to go on top. Don't be the guy they calculate all the money. He's just a collector. That's why you see his life like that. The main guy with the one damn.
No, they also have, even the ones who, they are orgas, their life get as it be. Haven't you checked?
I know. Yeah, you are emphasizing on that.
You know, the other ones too, the other ones, they used to correct some of the money. The money is huge.
I'm telling you. You know the people you see driving big cars. You wonder what they do. You see, Nigeria is the best country to live. You make your money anyhow. You know, that is it. And you can't try it in outside country there. You can't. So when you see them driving big car, it's not well-gotten wealth. It's ill-gotten wealth. That's why you see them cancer or whatever sickness. You know, we just come and take them away. You don't just subject people to that. I'll suffer and get money. Oh, yes. Bye.
All right, thank you. There's a set of people I wanted to talk about, but I will stylishly talk about them. You know, they collect money daily. You know them now. Taxi drivers know them. They are their friends. Someone was asking me the other day, have you ever seen anyone who retired successfully and is doing well after retirement? Have you ever seen? I said, I don't know. I was doing as if I don't know. The person talked. And the person is part of them. Oh. Yes, the person is part of them. Person told me some certain things. They are not radio friendly. It's not something I can share with you on radio. You know, it's not everything you say on radio. You apply wisdom. It's not everything. What the person told, the person is part of them. Oh. But the person said he decided not to get involved in all those things. The little God has blessed him with, that he's satisfied. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Hello, Master.
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. My name is Steven.
Quickly.
My brother Master, I want to tell you about high prep. High prep.
Don't worry, just leave high prep. Just stay on the matter we are discussing now.
Okay.
Leave high prep. Let them be cleaning the ground.
So on this matter that we are discussing this evening, is that if my wife wants to help me to pay my
school fees, would you allow that?
No, there's nothing bad there now.
So you'll be happy if she pays
take,
the children's fee for
you
September.
can also take the responsibility of the house at the time when the man is done. And also, is that you know that I will leave everything for her, that she continue that way.
All right. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much. Chinedu says, what's on my mind? Our past and present leaders always going around the world in the name of business summit, while the ones we have here is shutting down as of school. Something my wife already surprised me by buying bags, shoes, and uniform. I'm only working on school fee. Chinedu, that's nice. So women, oh yeah, you people should also do the needful. Greatest Max, regarding the legal tax guys, you are not far from the truth. It's a fact. Their life is really somehow. Max, nature has a way of handling issues. What you take by force will never end well at all. Honorable Malon, thank you very much. I will talk on that more, and I'll use that to advise young people. Yes, young people. That's when we start. Eyewitness report starts by 7 after this short break. There's something young people shouldn't do. I go around and I see young men standing and collecting money from people forcefully, not the legal ones. So those ones that's a job, because tax is paid all over the world. But the ones you collect illegally, my brother, if you know what's in the full man, I've seen a woman who sells periwinkle. Her wares were thrown down by a young man, in Chopa Market. I felt bad. Felt really, really, really bad. All right, we'll go for this short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Today's news in 60.
The federal government and members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities have agreed on the modalities worked out by the federal government to ensure an amicable resolution of all disputed issues. The Minister of Education, Tahir Maman, has announced that there are only 8 Benin Republic and Togo authorized universities for Nigerian students. The Nigerian Union of Teachers has criticized the federal government's recent decision to bar candidates under 18 from sitting for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination and the National Examination Council exams. The Minister of State for Youth Development, Olawande Wisdom, has announced the launching of a training scheme equivalent to the National Youth Service Corps NYSC for graduates of the Nigeria Certificate in Education (NCE). Thousands of Nigerian students in Canada are reportedly participating in nationwide protests due to the new policy on the restrictive opportunities for education and work permits. And finally, on the foreign scene, Australia has announced that enrollments at publicly funded universities and vocational institutions would be limited to 270,000 in 2025.
Today's news in 60.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
So every Thursday, Eyewitness Report is usually by 7 p.m. and then by 8, our program will be coming up. That's our security program will be coming up, 8 to 8:45. So Thursdays are usually different, okay? For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Eyewitness is by 8. But for Thursday, it comes up by 7. So you need to know that. Now, this is to young people. When I mean young men, like me. When I see young men who go around, harass people in their shops, in their market, collecting illegal tax from them, I feel bad for the young.
Just from Chuba to Rumola, because at that Chuba Junction there, they have park opposite every day. So beside the market square there. They have their own ticket of 300.
Okay.
So when you get to NTA Road, they have this Obiabo and scratch cards.
How much is that one?
That's with National Union, 700 altogether.
Okay.
Then when you go to Rumola Junction too, they say it's maintenance. I didn't see where they are maintaining.
What are they maintaining?
I don't know. So when you get to Rumola Junction, you buy their own maintenance. I think they'll be the one to show us what they are maintaining.
Then apart from that one, these other guys who stand on the way to collect money from drivers, is that one legal?
Those one are the worst. Do you know that only those guys, you spend nothing less than 2,000 to 2,005 minus all the tickets that I mentioned now.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, when you match break at Rumola Junction, this one will come. CSO money, police money, just booking money, just sometimes nonsense. And once you match break there, want to carry passenger, you must pay all this money. Otherwise, they will vandalize your car. And to avoid those things, in fact, what I'm saying is, at every junction, not only Rumola Junction, when you get to Rumokuta, the same thing. You get to Chuba Junction, the same thing. That's my brother.
All right. Thank you, Osinachi.
Yeah, thank you.
So you see, the ones who collect illegal tax are more than the legal ones they pay, even though they give funny names to those ones, maintenance or whatever. But when you see them, both the Oga and the collectors, when you see their life, you expect that people who collect money daily, because this money turns into, when they put it together, it's huge. It is very huge, just like those guys who collect from taxi drivers on the road. I don't want to call, them now. Those guys now, their salary comes from public fund. Who collect from taxi drivers? Do you know how much those guys collect? But do you see them living a fine life? When you see them, do you see them freshness in them? Or do you see, even if they are not retired, the man is doing well, his children are doing... Do you see such a thing? Okay. Anyway, so for young guys, please, don't go and be pushing down old women's this thing. Vegetable, okra, and pepper. I'm begging you, please don't do that. It's better for you to hustle. Life is more spiritual than physical. Some people don't understand. So there are some certain things you do to people, and they say some things, they make proclamations in pain. When people make proclamations in pain, nature has been structured in a way to act. And life is all about what? Sowing and reaping. That's life. That is what? Life. Don't cause people pain, please. Including our public office holders. Don't cause people pain. Don't do things. Don't bring in policies that will make people mourn. See Nigeria now. Is Nigeria moving forward? You use your tongue to count your teeth. If you're a politician, you're listening to me, use your tongue to count your teeth. Is the country moving forward? Is Rivers State moving forward? When you make people mourn by your policies, by your act and actions, see now, and then people are crying, and when you do that, invariably you're doing it to God, because it's God who created those human beings and gave them breath of life, gave them all the resources that they need so they can live a better life. So when you forcefully take what belongs to them and then cause them more pain, people cry, to the one who created all of us. And nature has a way of paying back. So please, for young people, let's be careful. Let's be careful, please. Even if they tell you to go and do it, don't do it. It's better for you to hustle and make your money legitimately. It's much more better. One day, God will bless your hustle. Yes, including my own hustle. God will bless everybody. There's timing for everyone. But when you cause people pain, I see people go to people's shops, small businesses that people are trying to survive with. Some of those women you're seeing, they're the ones taking care of their houses, so their husbands are out of job. Government policies have pushed their husbands out of job. That's where they survive. School fees, feeding, and then you go there, you say they should give you 35,000 or 25,000 or 20,000 for Obiakpo for this. No. And you want to prosper in life? I beg, if you like, take the advice. If you like, leave them. Let's do eyewitness. Abi? 0810-9510-951 and 0817000951. Send in your messages. If you're finding it difficult to call because of the network situation and you have WhatsApp, just do a voice note of 1 minute, 60 seconds and send it. All right, we'll take it. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
God bless you. I would never report. Let me not touch those things they have touched. So those who eat from where they not so, they are living with the winches and they will die with the winches. My eyewitness report. Dr. Maxwell. I have prayed. I have cried. I have asked, among others who did the same thing. And the governor of Rivers State has shown his face to repair the field section of Rumukushi, Bueche, Chukuturum. That's ongoing. Thanks to your station. But I think why you understand that from Igbo Junction there, I met with my senior friend today, who is Dekali, and I shared my experience, how I was swallowed by the river going through that road some weeks back, as I've shared here too. That's not why I called. Lucky Maxwell, I have said, let me repeat, I will sing. You can help, and those who are listening to my voice. The worker is entitled to his wages. I have suffered. I have worked. The government never showed any care for me from primary to where I am. Even got my first degree at Miniport. Lucky Maxwell, I tilled the earth. I suffered and sweated before I acquired those properties. Someone will say my mates are buying property at another island, GRA. Phase 1, phase 2, and all the rest. I couldn't afford that. I went to the general living area I call GLA. Dr. Maxwell. Nigeria Constitution, Section 43, guarantees that I could own any immovable property in any part of Nigeria. And those were my properties. I sweated. The governor promised that we have set a committee to look into the issue of land grabbers. One woman in the case cried to government house. What has happened about that, Lucky Maxwell? My property is there. I have been chased. I can no longer plant my cassava. I can no longer earn a living through the cost that I acquired property with my sweat. Among others, including the women, and we are talking about food security. The government is sharing money every day. I have not gotten a kobo. Dr. Maxwell, help me. Ladies, these things. When I talk about ladies, it's there overseers. Your money and your work should not be only for cultists to carry guns. It's also good for us that we genuinely struggle to make a living. How can I acquire property to make a living and I'm chased out? Those who shot guns. Lucky Maxwell. Let me leave it here. God in heaven should hear my cry, and Nigeria should hear my cry. So help me. Let me eat my sweat before I will be called to glory. Good evening. I remain Robin Maja, the farmer. God bless your station and bless you.
Thank you very much for your time. Don't worry, Robin Macha. God will hear your prayers and your properties will be restored. I think Ono Samuel also had similar issue. That's one major area the government of Governor Simfubara should look into. I don't know how we got to this point where someone who feels because they are highly placed will take what belongs to another person. I think in the holy books, yes, in the holy books, someone took another person's wife, and the prophet went to him. He said, somebody gave a parable. Someone has so many sheep, goats, and everything, and someone had just, I think, one or two, and then the person who had so many went to collect that person's own, and the king said, yeah, that person should be slaughtered, that person should be killed. He said, you are the one. That was how that matter ended. He even repented, but some of our leaders don't repent. Some of the people who grab people's land, they don't repent, even when they hear the gospel. They don't repent and say, oh, take back your property. This land self, where we go carry and go? You grab all the land in the whole state, where you want carry and go? At 6 feet, last, everybody, king, queen, president, local government chairman, madman, everybody at 6 feet. Is God not wonderful? God is wonderful. I love God. Everybody, put everybody equal when the time comes. Like I do voice message.
Maxwell, good evening. It's Mr. UC. Please, I want you to help me and call the Commissioner of Works to go to Igbeche, or you mean to Igbeche Road. The drainage they are doing there, the kind of iron they are using for that drainage is too tiny. The iron, even the iron they use for the flyover, they use barricade the flyover, is bigger than what they are using to do this drainage in this Igbeche Road. They should go and watch what they are doing. Commissioner of Works to go and see the kind of iron they are using to do the gutter is too tiny, and the school will soon start. I don't know how our children will go to school. Community secondary school Igbeche, I don't know how they will manage again this time around. Governor should help us and put that road in order from Igbeche Junction to Ikwerengwo and Umebulu. They should help us. That road would normally help those days that the Oyibo Express Road was bad. They normally boycott that to Express and go to Aba. They should help us and put that road in order. Please, our governor, we know that you are trying a lot of challenges, but help us. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Yes, good evening. Good evening, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, my brother.
Yes, please.
Actually, good evening. It's Edie that's calling.
Go ahead.
Yes, what I was out yesterday, my book forced me seriously. I went to stay with my wife as we closed from service. After coming back, Bennett Car Junction, opposite former inlet. That junction under that monorail district, two policemen were standing there, and they are trying to stop there for that run along the road. So one keke bus stopped there, so that we want to enter because we are waiting for bus to enter. The director that whether we enter, they just stop at the front. We actually just stop, my good brother. What happened? Those policemen that we are there, standing there, just run towards the vehicle, use their own gun to scatter the man's windscreen. So all the people that enter the Keke bus had to jump out and run out for their dear lives. And they want to force the man to enter inside the motor, and they want to take it back. The man said, we don't enter. They are dragging before we enter another vehicle and level place. They just scatter the man's windscreen. The man does not do anything. We just want to pass there to having the man whether we will enter to actually where we are going to. Because he runs a barrel from Lagos bus of a barrel. No offense. You're not committing no offense. Never do anything wrong. Scatter the man's windscreen, and they are forcing to enter its motor that they want to take him to their station. The country that
very unfortunate. It's all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bingili says, Maxwell, every bad thing in Nigeria is possible. A dead nation, you don't have a country but a jungle. You don't have leaders but pathological liars. Nigerian, a comedian country. You have people who don't know the meaning of integrity as leaders. Nigerian leaders are ... This is the reason why when they leave office, they get broke quickly. All right, let's take this one. Like I say, if you're having difficulty calling in, just send in a WhatsApp message. 1 minute. Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Max.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
Max, I greet you. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Please, just help me advise all these truck drivers and the taxi driver, even the bus driver. The kind of beating that one truck, this open van, what this man received today is so bad. Do you know that I was coming from Obrikure to Rumosi? Then going from Rumosi to Obrikure, if you see a lot of hold up, then I now saw one truck, this open van like pickup, carrying a lot of yam. One of the tire pulled out for the middle of the road. He was trying to look for a way to fix it. Max, if you see the hold up, a log from under the bridge, just after the bridge to your station, to front of your station, you know what happened? The man was there struggling the thing. A group like, will I say, more than 2 van of army, they walk to this man, Max. If you see beating, I pray for that driver to survive. If you see the beating, they were like all the whole place. Now here where you see a car get to spoil, when they tell her to put on a car to order, on a go see VIO, on a go see mobile call the for road, on a go the road, put on a car and no go green. See, look at the kind of place your car get to spoil. If you see beating, just advise all the drivers until they finish this hold up, this Rumosi flyover. They should put their car in order before they pass Rumosi. I pity that young man today. I pity the Max. You can imagine where more than 5-6 army men them. They beat one. Even that man is an advanced man. Please help me and advise them, and also talk to Julius Vega. Julius Vega, all of them were there. When I got to under the flyover, I was like, oh God, I don't feel go using a crane or anything to jack that car out to put her for the other lane so that everybody go move. Oh, not just they here stand there looking at. Oh, I not even get people where they control this road. Where do they give the info? Say this place don't block. Oh, come and look for where how to open the road so that vehicle will pass. All of them were, even the ones where they up, just they that they look the beating and all that thing. It's so bad. They should help us. According to some people, they say we don't even know where this Julius Vega and Abuja own or the one we know before. I don't just understand. They are not trying. If that man up their blood, the blood of that man go down their head. This is a pity. It's too bad. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. All right, this one says, Max. Okay. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Hello, good evening, Dr. Mark.
Yes, please, go ahead.
I will Chief Beke from Port.
Yes, please.
I want to appeal to His Excellency on behalf of the good people of Sogo in Kana Ward 4 that we don't have electricity since the independence of Nigeria to date. That is, our Excellency should help the people of Sogo and give us electricity. Commissioner for Power, Abel Solomon Eke, please come and help us and link us to the national grid. We don't have a health center in our community. The only government present, the government secondary school Sogo, GSS Sogo, remains dilapidated and uncompleted since the military era to date. And the community primary school, State School 1, just Sogo, all the roofs have collapsed. Even this September that they will resume, I don't know where the children will learn. I'm appealing to the Minister of Education, Commissioner for Education, to come to our aid. Sogo community, Kana Ward 4. Please, they should come and help us. The banana plantation, which was forcefully acquired from us without compensation, the government should withdraw a court case involving the community and the government, and then compensate the host landlord, and use that place as an industrial park that will favor the people. Governor, thank you. I remain in the case. Thank you, Maxwell, and thank you to the FM for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
As well, one day, please, tell Julius Becker or River State government, whoever it is that has permanently blocked this U-turn at NTA, and most of us that live behind NTA that we using to come to our houses, or sometimes when we are going out. Please tell them to come and clean up Farm Road that will connect you to Penwoski, so that we can be using under the flyover, which is location, It makes it easier for us than anytime we want to come to this place, we will now drive straight to Bukure, even inside the hold up. That fuel is so costly this time around, and turn back driving kilometers before you get to your house. Please let them come and clean up the farm road. This farm road is a very good shortcut for people that are living within this area, so we can be going out and be coming in from there. Thank you. My name is Uchenwachukwu.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Yes, please.
I'm calling from Ibechi.
Go ahead.
Also, do you know that almost every day I seem to like preference want to listen to your voice? I've learned so much from your talk. And if I may say, I would have loved you to do a special that if there is any way, because I don't know when you will be transferred from Port Harcourt to Abuja, because I know that maybe one day you will leave us here. How can you just help us to see if there is any possible means to have an academy? Because most of the things you are teaching us are just free. You are not teaching them in the school. So I feel how we will miss you when you will no longer be in Port Harcourt again. I so much love your program. Keep up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Okay, if you can't call, if you're having difficulty calling because of the network, you can send in a message. Yes. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Maswe.
Yes, Dakuku, go ahead.
Yes, Maswe. For what you are saying, listen to it, I'm begging for the governor because I've been crying a lot. This last year, when the former local government chairman of Ethiopia, Nanyang, was in power, I told him to finish up the health center. He abandoned the health center. I've been crying for this DC chairman. Nothing the man is doing. I beg, let him come, beg the governor to come up and finish that health center in Apop. Our secondary school is not upgraded. It remains under JS3, under UBA. It does not climb up the secondary. Let the government come up and see the facility. The house have been devastated. Everything is new. They should come up and take over the school. I beg, so that they can raise those schools to SS3. Our people from Apok, I come from Apok, we always go out and finish our secondary school. The schools. It's not good. Let them come up and help Apok people. I'm crying, and my people have been crying that cuckoo. You are crying. Every day you talk on air. Let the government to come up and help us. I don't know what to do. If I don't know, I told them it's not my power. Let the governor come by himself. Looking for this local government chairman. But of them don't even listen. Even the caretaker chairman he gives to us, look at also the three local government in a River State. A only was nothing is coming out of that man. I'm just telling you. Let the government to come up and rescue us and then go to us. That road between us and it is deep like more than 20 feet in the ground. No motor passes that area. If you come there, you will shout out, this road, is the road where people are passing. But we have a lot of people.
All right.
Representatives.
Thank you, Dakuku.
Please, Master, please, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, good evening. I thought something was coming from that end. You can do a WhatsApp message or you can do a voice note. 1 minute. Okay, let's see. Good evening.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I'm calling from Echi.
Yes, please.
You see, Maxwell, I don't know whether we'll have a caretaker in Echi. Our own caretaker here is not doing anything. Please, I am calling a River State governor. He should make this caretaker of Echi local government. Do you understand? Even sometimes I listen to radio. Other caretakers are empowering their people. But Echi local government is doing nothing. I don't know. Sometimes people will come to air and start praising him. Come to Echi and see what is happening here. Nothing is happening. Secondly, my community, Odofo. You see, there is this project by NDDC. If you come to Odofo, you will see more than 100 and something poles mounted by NDDC over 1 year now. They are giving other communities solar light. I don't know what happened to our own Odofo. They mounted it without powering the lights. Do you understand? They just, the whole community was filled with poles. I don't know. NDDC, where are you people? You people should come and complete this project. You understand? They should come and complete this project. They should stop doing people wayo. I don't know why they mounted this poke, without giving us life. Maxwell, also calling the president of a governor, he should help us in our secondary school. Or for community secondary school. Maxwell, assuming that I have much money, I would have invited you for you to come and see what is happening in this school. Do you understand? Please, we need present government. Governor should help us. He should help the people of Odufo in our secondary school. In the primary school, I don't want to talk about primary school. Primary school, where we see 2 teachers. It's only 2 teachers that we have in primary school. You can see where 2 teachers are teaching from primary 1 to primary 6. It's uncalled for. My dear brother, please, Governor of River State, wherever you are, help us in this state. Help the people of Odufo. Thank you. I still remain God thanks for me.
Thank you very much. Good evening, welcome.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Maxwell, if you know what you are doing for this state, I want to tell the governor of River State that he better listen to you because you are setting a direction that is supposed to pay you for consultancy fee, but you are doing it free of charge. So they should listen to you. Maxwell, I want to tell you the health center at Rumodumaya, that health center doesn't have 99% of the staff in that health center are all volunteers. And you know Nigerians when they want to do voluntary work, they won't do it well. I will tell you the amount of permanent staff they have in that place is not up to 1%. So the governor should sit up and make sure he told us the budget. He doesn't have budget for 2025 yet. When he's to do budget, he should employ nurses and doctors. Because if you go to that health center, there is no staff. They are all volunteers. And you know when Nigerians do voluntary work, you know the way they will do it. So you are setting a direction for the governor. The governor should listen to 95.1 if he knows he wants to be relevant in this state. Thank you, Maxwell.
Thank you very much. Oh, we lost that call. Let me take this one. So, Max, good evening. My eyewitness report is that our dear loving governor, Sir Joseph Hoover, has succeeded in empowering his close party men and forgot us Rivers people who always stood by him in his turbulent time. Up till now, they are still setting up a panel of inquiry on how to revitalize our primary and secondary school structures. Is not nice, so the governor have to be proactive in tackling our educational sector. Employment of teachers should be swiftly embarked on with immediate effect, as schools would be resuming in no distant time. Community Secondary School and Primary Health Center, Okwale, in Kana, Ward 5, needs urgent attention. Please, the governor should do the needful. Thank you. Good evening, Maxwell. It seems the banks around GRA Phase 2 junction to water lines have heard my voice through Today FM. Recently, there have been money in all the ATM machines within these places. Dr. Lovely Warner. Okay. Good evening. Welcome.
Hello. Good evening. Mr.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
I am sorting for Melebra demo here.
Yes, please.
Yes. I'm not sure you've been to over before. Let me stand at that. I'm not sure you've been to my community, Melebra. My brother, if you come to that primary school, I've been saying this often and on. I've repeatedly said this day by day, week by week. My primary school in my community is dilapidating day by day. If you come to my primary school, the primary school in my community, there's no grey area. Now school is about to resume. What do? We have only three teachers, academic staff, and one non-academic, which is the head teacher of the school. I don't know whether they recruited the teachers. They have assigned them to their various schools and their duty posts. My community have not seen one teacher, extra teacher, apart from the three that is existing. I don't know. And this school was founded around 1960, 1967 or 1965. So many persons passed through the primary school. When we were in other Ikore district, Ikore local government, we were Ikore district council, Ikore district headquarters, brother. So many persons, people from Benue, people from Abu Odua. I know one man from Abu Odua, one Arugo. I think the uncle is the commissioner now. So many persons passed through this primary school, and up till now, nobody is even my community, the elites that came from that primary school, that passed the primary school, they are not talking anything. The community is not doing anything about that primary school. That place is overgrown with grasses now. This very soon school will resume. Where will these children go to? We that are used in the community are not saying anything about it. I am involved. I'm not trying to cry now that everybody should lay his time and money to make sure that primary school where we pass through, where so many persons, more than half of the community pass through that primary school, and nothing is done about that primary school. I'm ashamed of this. I'm ashamed of my community. Let me be sincere to you that we abandoned that primary school and we're not doing anything about it. Thank you very much. I'm trying to pass through this medium to get all the people that are involved, stakeholders in my community, to hear me very well. I cannot go begin to cry in your community. That is my position. I now think about. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Welcome.
Hello, Jeremiah.
Good evening, sir.
Now, why Jehovah that name you, Jeremiah? You are doing very well. Carry on. Continue to do the work of Jeremiah.
All right, thank you, sir.
Well done.
Sir, you went off? Okay. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good to have you. Welcome, Muriel.
Thank you. Woman, Muriel. Look, Maxwell, let me join my voice, to your penultimate caller that said the governor should be listening to this program, honestly. Because most times the advisors of a leader may be misleading them. But when there's a channel that you can hear directly from the people, from the community, what is bothering them, it will really go a long way to help the governor. So, and I think people should take advantage of this particular program to air out what they need, the little things they need in their community. Look, Maxwell, school will soon resume. And in my own community, trust me, I want to plead with the CDC chairperson, the chairlady, to please, no matter how, I don't know, I think there are resources, resources are available to try as much as you can to go to the different schools. There is a particular school in my community, it's a girls' school, and it's the only girls' school in my community. It's called Okumba Girls. Please, that compound is a big compound and overgrown with heavy grasses, with reptiles. If there is a way the CDC chairperson should try and organize persons to keep the schools neat, cut the grasses, in preparation for the students coming. I know when the students come, they will do their lesson, but the students cannot cut those overgrown. The grasses are overgrown, and not just my community, especially in this community, Ikore communities and other communities, government schools. Please try to see to put things in order. Sometimes when school resumes, you see that schools have been vandalized. Things you can do, before school resumes, to at least sort things out. It will help. It will go a long way. And my community, Maxwell, I need the governor to please. Internal road in my community is so bad. My community does not have internal roads. And I will keep calling for this reason. The governor should at least, I need the governor to sort out internal roads. He has been going to other communities, the Leme community, please, Governor Sim, come to my community, the Okrika. Okrika people love this governor so much. Look, so much. I've never seen this kind of love. Please, reciprocate. Internal roads in my community are so bad. They've been like that since when I was a small child. Maxwell, you see a case where they use this iron, I don't know what do I call it, aluminium to cover some places in the road, and it has been there for ages, for decades. Please, the governor should try. help us with internal roads. It will go a long way. Thank you, Maxwell.
Thank you very much. Now, Muriel just made a point. She talked about love. When a lady loves you so much, she will do anything to ensure, or when a guy loves you, he will do anything to ensure that you are okay and fine. But love does not end there. You must try as much as you can to tend to the love. You must reciprocate love, else love will die. Love dies, yes, when it is not reciprocated. It is only God that can love you to infinity. The love of human being, even if it's genuine, it can die. It will get to a point where the person is not seeing reciprocation from you, and it will die. If the governor, they have told him that people love him in the state, probably because of the drama that have happened all along, that love need to be tended to. You need to brush up that love. You need to, how do I put it now? You need to maintain it. How do you maintain it? To ensure that when the people call, you answer. That's how to maintain the love, so that you can keep on flowing. Else, the love will die. Love, they die. Even between man and woman, yes, love, they die. You think a girl loves you so much, you are now doing her anyhow. One day she will leave you. Or a guy loves you so much, it's probably 70-30. And then you are now doing him anyhow. One day that love will die. It's the same thing too. I've gone around and people say they love the governor. But to get to a time, if the governor is not responding speedily to their needs, the love will die. It's as simple as ABC. Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening. Yes, I remember figures from Freetown, don't know about the clan.
Yes, please.
Mas, I'm using this medium to beg our Commissioner of Health, Dr. Ador or Easy. Please, my Commissioner of Health, take off a guy from Minister of Education, Minister of Health in River State to Emoha General Hospital, so that you will see things in your eyes. That General Hospital in Emoha have taken over by weed, so that it can tell our governor Fubara, that the people of Emoha don't have a general hospital. Please, I'm begging you, so that our people can go to that place to take their treatment or their first aid. So again, in my community, Romokani, a village called Romokani in Obake, their primary school is totally dilapidated. By this September 12 or 11, the school will resume, so that our people, our children, will learn in a better, conducive atmosphere. Their school is totally dilapidated. Romokani, a village called Romokani in Obake clan, they don't have a primary school. Their school is nothing to come apart with. Please, let Governor Fubara to send a delegate to see things in their eyes, so that they'll give him a report concerning that school, a village called Romokani in Obake. They don't have primary school. Their primary school is totally dilapidated. Please.
Thank you very much for your time. All right, let me take this.
Good evening, Maxwell. My name is Michael from Port Harcourt. Please, I want to make an appeal to our Honorable Governor. The wage award he promised, or the federal government gave instructions to state government. Please, the governor should kindly help and pay us. The salary we are receiving now does not take us anywhere. It's so difficult now. It's worse than when our salaries were increased. Please, Maxwell, may the governor, may this message touch his heart. May he give consideration to civil servants, and also from his generous heart consider paying the wage award before implementation of the minimum wage. Maxwell, I'm appealing, please. Civil servant salary nowhere. Schools opening in September and we are not sure. Thank you, Maxwell.
Sylvester from Rumekini says, it seems that the people of Rumekini are not concerned about the flooding that is ravaging the community. The dredging work that was stopped after dredging a few meters, I have not heard of anybody complaining of the flooding and the canal. Some plots that have been bought by some people for more than 17 years ago cannot be developed due to the flooding. Please, the caretaker committee chairman should do the needful. Okay. Good day today. I'm Godfrey Wanaka from Ombo community in Ahoda West. Says we have General Hospital, John Kramer, but there are no facilities and staffs taking care of that place. The workplace is bushy. The last time I did medical checkup, I paid 8,550 naira, and I traveled to another LGA where I can reach a hospital. Yet we have both state and local government. It is very bad. Maxwell, good evening. My eyewitness is a constant traffic on our major roads due to markets and motor parks. Maxwell, Sichoba by Uniport, Rumokoro under flyover, mile 1 to mile 3, every junction in Port Harcourt and Obiakpo LJ are now a major market and motor park. Women police officers posted to control traffic along Equerry Road from mile 1 to Rumokoro contribute to the traffic. The authorities should please do something. Obingili, thank you. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Max.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Hello.
I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Oh, my Lord.
Can you hear me, sir? Oh, good evening.
Hello, Uncle Mark.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Uncle Mark, good evening.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Yes, yes, this is the voice of the voiceless.
Go ahead, sir.
Uncle Mark, it's not easy for the physically challenged in the chill. No, it's not easy for with them. Tenori, hunger. Uncle Mark, I don't know how it can help. Nothing is happening here. Other CDC chairman and see what is happening in other local governments. Here in the sea, no shall reach them. Please, Uncle Mark, lend your voice. Lend your voice for the sake of your brothers and sisters here. Please, Uncle Mark, please. It's challenge in the sea. It's not easy with them, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. Samuel from Ahoda says, I would like to express my gratitude to Today95.1fm for providing a platform for ordinary citizens to express their opinions. It is reassuring to know that our governor is a listener of your station. I'm delighted to share that the neglected internal roads in Ahoda are slated to commence work soon. The governor has dispatched the company to conduct an inspection and has also included the road leading to GJSS Ahoda and the bridge in the scope of the project. All right, Samuel, we'll pray and believe God that whatever they started will finish. I usually ask myself a question. I have seen private organizations, religious organizations, start a project and finish it in record time. Why is it always difficult for government to start a project and finish it in record time? There's a particular project a religious organization is doing, and they say by November next year they will commission it, as in people will start using it. Very gigantic project though. But government projects, there's a particular road in Ogba Igbema. They said that road has been there for the past 8 years. I think we rode through that road when we were going to Imo State, that they awarded it. Was it 7 years ago or thereabout? They are commissioning water project and they are clapping hand. This one is in Anambra. see governor. The whole governor they commission water project. Nigeria is truly a comedy nation. Governor, the commission water project. I beg, make I take WhatsApp. These politicians will not kill somebody.
Good evening, Maxwell. My name is Michael. I want to appreciate you for the good work you are doing in behalf of the citizens of River State, civil servants, workers, hustlers, just mentioned, but all but a few. Maxwell, you are doing very, very well. More grace to your elbow. In fact, you are the spokesperson, the spokesman, the mouthpiece of the downtrodden, of the weak, of the helpless, but not the hopeless. River State, we are at a crossroad. Maxwell, may God bless you. Give you the strength to continue to present issues affecting people of River State. Let the government, let the governor, let everybody working in his cabinet hear of all that you are saying via your radio. Maxwell, God bless you.
Okay, so that is an eyewitness. Thank you. I appreciate it. For Samuel who sent in that message, well, we thank God that those roads have been considered, just like the ones we've been shouting in Rumekini. I'm still praying and believing God that the governor will dispatch a construction company to come and fix it, to do their assessment and fix the ones in Rumekini. These people have suffered. Rumekini people don't suffer. They have suffered. That's where our station is now. So if you see the road there, like that, Liberia, they fought war, and you can see road here. It looks as though the war was something else. The road is, oh God. God help making people.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell. Good evening. Thank you so much, and I want to thank your station for making government to be aware of what is happening in the environment, and then calling the government to what the people actually need. If the government will follow you and follow this program, they will actually know what the people need, and when it is done for them, the people would actually be happy. My area talk is about the school in my community in Weken Community Secondary School. Is a new school, and the senior secondary school does not even have a building of its own. We are pairing with the primary school, so we are calling upon the government of River State to immediately build a structure for the senior secondary school. More so, Mr. Maxwell, my former secondary school at Umugu in Gokana, as it is posted on this platform, is nothing to write home about. Just take a look at it. Also calling upon the governor of River State and well-meaning Nigerians who have interest in education to immediately give that secondary school in Mugu, Gokana, a facelift. Thank you, and God bless you.
When Okocha said something, I will just use this as a parable. Okocha said when he got to Germany, he didn't know he was black until he got to Germany. He saw racism, as in they dealt with him. So he said, how will he deal with these people? How will they stop whatever they are doing to him? He said he used to come out around 3-4 a.m. to practice. That's where he learned his dribbling skills. He improved on himself so much. Some of you know what he did to Oliver Kahn now, where he was supposed to score a goal. He brought it back, finished everybody, all the defense, and then later scored the goal. When your detractors and your enemies feel you can't do anything, you have to work extra hard. You don't work normal. If your father tells you you will not succeed in life, what do? You prove to him that you can succeed. True? So you work extra hard, whether in school or in any craft you are in, to ensure that you prove a point. I'm just putting that. I'll just put it. You can relate it to anything you want to relate it to here in River State. When people feel that you're going to fail, you must work extra hard. Let your works be so visible to the extent that they can't deny it. If you are average, it will submerge you. You can't afford to be average when you have people who are watching you and waiting for you to fail. You must work extra hard to ensure that you prove to the world that you are not a failure. At that point, you don't work averagely. If other players are practicing for 4 hours, you need to practice for 12 hours. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying. That is the case in River State now. So you can relate it to anybody that you want to relate it to. Anybody who wants to also grab from that can grab from it. When people feel you should fail, you must work extra hard. That's what Okocha did. That's why you see him today. When it comes to dribbling, he's a maestro when it comes to dribbling. You can't beat him. He showed Oliver Kahn Pepe on the field. Go and watch the scene of that match. Because when you got to Germany, they were treating him anyhow. So you can't afford to be average. If you're average, there whatever will consume you. So, do you know that when I call this station, it helps me on my English learning? Please, okay, but you didn't put your name. Max, let me once again plead with the governor to please prevail on the River State Pensions Board and the Finance Ministry to prepare a gratuity payment schedule for retirees. The present system is too secretive, suspicious, and prone to corruption. If it doesn't take action, we'll still be hearing that they are still paying those who retired in 2015. Tony, thank you, sir. Good evening, Max. Please, I don't know if I heard well when Mrs. Zion said the governor has given a marching order for them to fix the schools in River State. My brother, I am dumbfounded. I wonder I come in peace. Okay? The question is, are the schools not being fixed? Please, if your school is not being fixed, because I also heard that too. So we're expecting, school is resuming on the 9th, and people are complaining that the schools are still the same way they are. In fact, the one closest to us here, all the grasses are still there. No, that one just needs them to clear the grasses, then do repainting, but nothing. Then I wonder the state of those within the rural areas, how it will look like. But anyway, let's see how it goes. But I was praying that, you know, there would have been a massive reconstruction, rehabilitation across between 3 LGAs, so when school resumes, children will just go into a serene environment. Well, I don't know. I don't know how the governor is working. I don't know his template, but if he wants templates, some of us might not be politicians, but we have templates that can work for him. And then again too, if you want to succeed in life, you must surround yourself with good people. That was why the former President Buhari, did not do well. He surrounded himself with very bad people, and they were telling him he's doing well. It's the same thing this same president is doing now. When you surround yourself with too much politicians who only care about their pocket and the next election, they don't need to pray for you. Failure is imminent. I'll leave it at that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a short break and come back for security and you. White collar crime. So it is not only people who vandalize transformer. By the way, you know, in my area, we've not had light for some time because they vandalized our transformer. But our Oga, you know, brought new transformer for us. And I said, I'm going to meet him specially and thank him. You know, when you put smiles on the people's face, God blesses you in his own way. Leaders, if you're listening to me, try as much as you can to put smiles on the people's face. When I saw that transformer today, just for our compound alone, I was smiling right inside my heart. Just imagine by the time the power it and light comes, you think I will not be praying well for him? Political leaders, continue to oppress your people. Let them be praying negative prayers for you. I will be praying good prayers for the man. and he will be getting blessed. Like that. Do good thing. Do good. Put smiles on the faces of people. In the whole of that area now, only us will get our own special transformer. By the time they power it now, light will come. So I'll be doing my midnight prayer. I'll be praying for my Oga, blessing him. God bless him. God protect him. You think it does not work? Continue to oppress people now. Let them be praying negative prayers. That one to work. There are two things in life, negative and positive. That's why you have red wire and black wire in your cable. Am I lying? Stay there. I'll take advice. Good evening.
Don't get it mixed up. You are listening to Today 95.1 FM, your premium talk, news, and sports station in Port Harcourt. We are the voice of the people.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of
the people. You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with simple gestures? Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are two sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose giving because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world will be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes. So, whether it's a family or a stranger, the best way of showing love is forgiveness. Everyone deserves a second chance. Show compassion. Care for other people. Care for what they are going through. Do what you can to help. Give back to the community. Remember that a single drop of water can cause countless ripples. That donation, no matter how small, can inspire others to do the same. Smile, even to strangers. Remember that you're never fully dressed without a smile. So, do not underestimate the power of a smile. Not only does it lighten up your face, it will also brighten up another person's day. Be the spark of positivity you want to see. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. This message is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Welcome back to Security and You. Yes, we'll be looking at white-collar crime. It's not only these guys, what do you call them now? The vandalizers, transformer. I was talking about how our transformer was vandalized, and I was a bit very sad for a very long time because no electricity. How do you want to live in 21st century without electricity? Suddenly, I saw pole in our own compound and not in other people's compound. I said, what's going on here? What's going on here? The next thing, I saw transformer. I saw people working assiduously. So that means between now and today is what, Thursday or Sunday or so, light go come. I say, oh, this man, I will pray for you, for God to bless you. I felt joy in my heart. Like there's this inner joy that you can't explain. It's not food. It's not that somebody gave me money. Why? Because the man solved the problem. It's a major problem. He just solved it. So sometimes, our security experts is there. When I see, Mr. Smith, when I see leaders who see small problems that they can solve, that will affect I've seen Nigerians are one set of people that you can satisfy.
Very, very, very. You don't even need to do much. I have said this here severally.
Very easy to satisfy
Our
Nigerians.
problems are not even much to say, because when you look at it, what are we even talking about? Health, education,
light.
Roads, light.
That's
water.
all. We are not saying want to go to the moon.
Water. We're not even talking about water.
We are providing that for
that one, almost every house have water. So we just talk about healthcare. We just talk about education, road. And I keep saying this. If you anchor this your program in the morning, you do less talk. I mean, that one, talk the talk.
Today's question in the morning, talk that talk in the afternoon.
You do that talk the talk in the afternoon. You do that talk the talk in the evening. You do that talk the talk in the night. At the end of the day, nobody will listen to this station again. Since 1999, Amechi came and did roads. Omeha did roads, the small one he did. Odili did road. Amechi did road. Omeha did small. Wike came and did road. And Fubara is still doing road. How many roads do we have in Rivers State? I have said this severally. I have been in a place where roads are just done by government for once. I've said it. In fact, I don't know how we will prefer this solution to government to hear. You see, the stretch of, let's say, Mboba or this NTA road, once government finish that NTA road, they hand it over to private sector, just like the way they do with the waste disposal. They hand it over to contractor and say the stretch of Mboba or NTA down to Chuba, you are the one to maintain it. That is happening in Malaysia. I say it. I'm not talking of film. I'm not talking of what I read.
It's reality.
Now, what they do is that they hand it over to private sector. And what does the private sector do? Once that road is handed over to them, what they do is in the structure, the province and all that. What the province and all that. What they do is that if you're coming out from NTA road in the morning, maybe you live in NTA, you're driving. As soon as you come from NTA, you pay 50 naira. That is the tax for that day. Without your ticket in NTA, you can drive round everywhere in Rivers State that particular day. Now, if somebody is coming from Aba Road, let's say Woji, he's paying 50 naira. If somebody is coming from, as you're coming from different locations, you're paying 50 naira. Now, people are manning those locations. Private sector is taking care of Ada George. Private sector is taking care of Mokuta. Private sector, that's how they shared it. Now, let me tell you what they do. Because you're the one manning or responsible for NTA, in the morning you sweep the stretch of NTA road. That means that because you're collecting tax there, you're collecting ticket money, you maintain the road. You maintain the road. There's not going to be this one we put block drainage, because if your road is not properly maintained, people will not apply that road. As such, you will lose revenue. Do you understand that? So what they do is they make sure that they sweep the road, they clean the road. Most times they plant flowers by the roadside. They beautify the road. I tell you, if you apply on these roads, you would think that you're just in it. I mean, what is happening most times? I don't know what
is
to
wrong
say.
with black man?
Now they do that. I tell you, in each of these religious holidays, they give parks for applying their roads.
As in gift for driving.
Key holders, whatever they can ask, they can give, because when you're applying that road, the road is smooth. Once there is any traffic, they run. The people managing it will run to that place and make sure that that place is free. So as such, because if your road is always a traffic road, people will not apply. You lose revenue. If your road is not good, as in small potholes or something, you lose revenue. So immediately there is a little pothole, the private people feels it. So they don't even allow it to get to the point where we need to begin to call this radio station. I am telling you, in a country where things are working, and we have said this thing now in maintaining in religious all these our religious holidays. Once you apply in the morning, as you come out in the morning, say thank you for always applying our roads. Thank you. So people keep taking care of this road. People keep cleaning this road. You cannot see a vehicle that will spoil on the road, because once that happens, and now what does it do to the government? It reduces stress from the government, because the private sectors pay everything. It reduces maintenance from the government. The private sector must make sure that the street lights or those lights on the roads are working perfectly, because if your place is dark, I will not apply. If there is a security threat around your area, I will not pass that area. So these guys make sure that the place is okay. They give you gift. They give you most times books, traffic books, traffic regulatory books or regulation books. As you come and they say, oh, thank you, you just do this, this is our gift for applying our road, and you go, you read traffic.
Mr. Smith, do you know why we will not do that here?
Oh, God of mercy.
Do you know why?
White crime.
White collar crime. People want to loot.
See, once again, I welcome our listeners, because you see, if we continue the way manner the things are going, I don't know how we are going to solve this problem of crime. You see, it is increasing in a daily basis. In crime management, that's what they call strain theory. I keep saying it. When people are strained, in fact, something happened just on Monday. A gate man, I will call it a security guard, climbed across the other side of the fence and caught plantain. And when I approached him when the matter was brought, and he said he was hungry. Yes, as much as we cannot allow that to go without punishment, because there is an intent, like what we call Artus roots and all that. There is an intent, mercy and all that. There's an intent, there is an motive. So we can't allow it. Why he was actually being punished for what he did, but why I was also analyzing that particular, I also discovered that actually this particular guy probably is hungry or was hungry for being able to do that. So people are going down as much as in a daily basis as regards losing their job, managing themselves and all that. I tell you, most persons have parked their cars. Nobody, people are not even bothered again. People are just managing themselves, because it gets a point where you can no longer, your elastic has finished. So all you just need to do is to face reality. If you buy fuel, somebody just spoke with me this evening, and I was asking, he said he buys fuel 20,000 every day, and that's like 20 liters. So when they say 20,000, don't shout. It's just 20 liters or probably. So what we are looking at crime, and I have said severally that this is the problem of our country, Nigeria. In fact, I have also brought out a template, like you said, for the local government CTC people, and I have said empowering people the way you're doing is good. I'm not against it, but the truth remains that sustainable empowerment is what we are talking about. I don't know when we have come to this state of or stage of dashing people money, because yes, it's good. You dash people money. You give 50,000 for 2,000 persons and 5,000 persons. For me, that's okay. But I can also tell you that empowerment can only be sustained for that week or probably at most 1 month, because even the value of 50,000 naira in the market cannot do much. So if you give 100 women 50,000 naira, whatever business you think they want to use it for the first 5 or 50 of those women, they will first remove 10,000 to cook food for the family for that day. So it is white collar crime that is the foundation of our problem. And if you're listening to me, my name is Smith Ukechi Dibia. I'm actually a crime analyst and a security consultant. Like last week, we talked about white collar crime. We defined it. We did introduction. We got to the objective, and we also talked about the causes. And we stopped at the challenges combating it. But let me just read down the causes if you are not with us for last week. Causes of white collar crime in Nigeria. We talked about weak and legal regulatory framework, corruption and political influence, economic pressure, lack of transparency and accountability, social, cultural factors, and we ended in challenges in combating white collar crime. And we talked about, number one, inadequate enforcement agencies. We talked about judiciary and corruption, and we talked about political interference. We talked about public perceptions. We talked about international dimensions, and today we're going to be talking about impact of white collar crime in Nigeria on youth and the society. The impact of white collar crime in Nigeria in the lives of the youth and in the society. Like I was saying here, Mr. Maxwell, is how to do with economic impact. I have said here that white collar crime drains resources from economy, reducing funds available for essential services like education, like I said, healthcare, and other basic amenities. These increase poverty and unemployment, particularly among the youth. I don't know how to explain it, but then in every day we interface with youth, and I have also said across my lectures and interactions with them, I said the fathers, our leaders, most of them started their political journey from 20 something, they're about 30 and all that. But then for today we have youths of 40. I don't know if I will still classify them as youth based on the Nigerian constitution, but we still have people above 40 still do not know their rights from their level. What I mean is that they still have not gotten married. They still in a state of confusion. The anxiety that has been meted on these guys makes them not to even think straight. You know, we condemn them where we see some engaging on different vices and all that. Yes, but we also see the root cause, which is the white collar crime. It is one thing that have brought us where we are, and we have also seen that it reduces funds available for essential services. Now, what are we talking about? School is going to be resuming, just like we were saying here, maybe in the next 2 weeks. I can tell you that every responsible parent on their toes. They don't sleep without talking about how to make the children go back to school in 2 weeks' time. And this is a very serious challenge in the country. Why is this a challenge? It is because the public schools are not to the standard that you can comfortably take your children to. And if that is, if the government are doing exactly what they are supposed to do, that is their responsibility, I do not think that it is much for people. It will be an issue for parents at this point in time. Even when we were growing up, we all attended public schools. As in, I'm talking of from 70s to 80s. I mean, people were free to attend public school. In fact, that is this my boss that was telling us that when they attended their own secondary school or thereabout, they have tickets where they go to canteen or thereabout to collect food. They give them tickets. In the morning, they go and submit their tickets. They give them breakfast in the afternoon and evening, up to university level. In fact, they were among the first or second, third set in University of Port Harcourt. He was telling me, they used to go to canteen or there, but with tickets. So when you come in, they give you tickets. You go there, they give you almost a full chicken to eat as a student. So tell me, and these guys, their father then, I mean, we were just farmers. We even have a better fathers now as regards financial stability and all that. Those times, most of our under scholarship has eaten us up. Where when we are quoting billions, we talk about billions like even 1,000. It's no longer something that people talk about much, because it's just a billion. They gave them 1 billion. They gave them 3 billion. And you begin to imagine, do you know what a billion is? And if actually a billion naira is given to a particular organization or a particular body to empower, in quotes, a local government, or if that, even if half of that money, if I would even want to say half, or even 1/4 of that money can actually empower our youth to the extent, or empower that particular local government to the extent that every 3 months people will be graduating from the empowerment scheme. I want to tell you what has done to this country and has done to the youth, has made our youth not to even think straight most times, because the pressure in the system is too much that the youth are just looking at what would they do. There is no job. It is a result of white collar crime. I was discussing with these artisans that comes from Togo, and he was telling me, he said over there that they have professional certification for artisans, carpenters, for all of that. The government trains them, and at the end of that training, they give them certification. So if a plumber, if a messenger, POP, and all of that, all these artisans, that when government gives you certificate, they train you once in a year. So when they give you certificate, about 3 months, after 3 months, they train you and give you certificate. Without that certificate, you cannot work in any site. So you must, at every point you're going to reside, present your certification, meaning that government has actually trained you. So you are actually a professional in plastering, you're a professional in POP, you're a professional in plumbing and all that. And you can also see that because they train them and give them this certification, we now go to Togo and bring them to Nigeria to do POP for us, to bring them to Nigeria to do plastering for us, and do most of these services for us. Now the question is, what happens to our own youth? What has happened to our own youth that the government cannot think of? Okay, bringing them, providing a particular team to see how we can train our youth. I have also said here, in the local government too, what stops us also from saying, okay, in local government, hey, let me use a local government close to us as a reference point. Say in maybe Obiakpo in Emoha, and you say, okay, maybe we want to put up technical school in probably any of these places. Look for a place. The local government can handle that. The project is not much, and you train 100 youths, maybe in annual basis, or in a yearly basis, you're training 100 youths, positioning them, even if it's 30 in 3 months' time, you are enrolling out 30 persons in 3 months' time, and in 1 year, you are enrolling more than 100. So what does that tell you? What that tells you is that as you are enrolling them, and I mean, they are graduating, and you're giving them starter pack, they will do well because already they have been trained. But why these things are not happening is because of white collar crime, where one person wants to carry the resources of everybody in the state and put in his pocket, and he'll be giving us peanuts, and we'll be shouting. In fact, as I was coming down here, people were just complaining, and the truth is, why will the government not just listen to us? How many what's the cost of even putting up public schools? What will it take to put up these things? Instead of listening to us, like I used to say, the federal government is a tertiary institution. Instead of listening to us, they are now making out a law that our children will be at home till 18 years. You see, and when I was just analyzing this, I was just imagining how did this affect us. All these things is because there are people in the position of authority that have so looted that area to the point that the money that belongs to 1,000 persons is in the hand of one person. As such, if the person knows that what the ministry is not functioning very well, he will do everything possible to see that they reduce the inflow in that ministry as regards the result, so that he can get more money. Now, when I was looking at it, I just discovered that every year the universities are rolling out thousands of graduates in a yearly basis, and there is no space for them to work. So if we can reduce 1 year or 2 years, making them 18 to go instead of 15 or 16, that means that it will reduce the number of people who are going to be enrolling or bringing out every year. As such, that's what I just think, because I know that the children of these individuals are not going to school here. So in fact, most of them are not even here. So it is another way for me of taking their children out of school over there, maybe even when they are 15, and by the time they get to 20, they have finished schooling and they come back here, and our own children will be struggling in university for 24 years, because I know in a normal Nigerian university it's 4 years and 5 years, but if you add the ASU and add the challenges surrounding the whole thing, sometimes it goes to 6 years, sometimes it goes to 7 years, dependent on how God works it for us, that ASU will not go on strike and all of that. So before you know, a 10-year person putting up another 6 years to probably 7 years youth service and all that, dependent of how the year will run. And you see somebody turning into 23, 24, and by the time he will finish and stay for the next 2-3 years unemployment, and the time the NNPC want to recruit, they will put the requirement 24 years. If you're not 24 years, you don't apply. So by the time our children are coming out for university, they've outgrown 24 already. So hardly before they will also get any of these jobs. So this is just another way that we think and wish that the people in the position of authority should begin to think of the people they are governing. So number 2 is lack of trust. We have also said, because we are looking at the impact, lack of trust. Widespread white collar crime determines public trust. Undermine public trust in the government institution. Lack of trust. In fact, people no longer trust the government, because every time they say something, we see it as them not being serious most times. You see, we started with refinery working on December last year. The test run did, smoke was out, and the whole screen we just there. The refinery is okay. It has started working. It was technical completion and all that. Before you know, it comes to January. Before you know, it will work in March. Before you know, we're here and we're buying fuel 1,100, 1,020 naira, 900 and something. The refinery has still not worked. What does this tell you? This tells us that the people in the helm of authority, people no longer trust them. So when they talk, in fact, yesterday I listened to the Minister of Petroleum, and he was saying that they are trying. They are trying. In fact, by September, this thing is going to, in fact, even if it doesn't work by September, and this is the same person that told us the other time, okay, no, it was I think the NNPC director there, but I told us that he wasn't lying when he was talking about refinery working in August. So what are we not saying? Lack of trust that white collar crime affect the people. We have another one, social inequality. White collar crime often benefit a smoothing inequality and social division. You can see that white collar crime benefits small elites. White collar crime full of people, and those are the people that our resources are tied in their hands. If you drive around the states and probably other states, you see lands and properties that are owned by very few individuals. Those value of those property, if you bring them down, I bet you they are going to build over 20,000 unit houses for civil servants. But a particular individual has just gotten that particular property and he doesn't care about the civil servant. Somebody works for 30-something years, he comes back, he doesn't have nothing. I mean, I don't understand it. The problem is white collar crime. That is the problem, because a particular individual will be in the position of authority and he will buy a property that can build two bedroom flats or 4-bedroom flats, unit dependent of what it is, for the civil servant, so that as they are retiring, after serving this state for 35 years, they should have the key to their house and they just move into their house as a benefit of serving this country or this state. As such, they will live longer. But I tell you, I have people that are my friends, that are my brothers, uncles and that they have put in 20-something years in the service of the civil service job, and I tell you, the anxiety that is in them can even kill them. Because I know each time I discuss with some of my uncles and they explain to me how they will be retiring in 3 years to come, 5 years to come, 10 years to come, dependent, and they just don't know what to do. They feel frustrated. You see frustration written in their faces because they don't have where to go and lay their head that is called their own when they finish. Now, it is not that the money to do that is not there, but the truth remains that one particular individual have just carried that particular money. So that is what it is. Social inequality is one of them. Now we're going to be looking at solutions to white collar crime. What are the solutions to white collar crime? Number one, we talk about the strengthening legal framework, implementing more stringent laws with severe penalties for white collar crime, ensuring they are effectively enforced. Each time I have contact with the legal practitioners and all that, I keep begging them. I say, please, at every point in time you do your practice, once it gets to white collar crime, please don't be biased. Just do your professional job and see that the people involved goes to jail, because they need to go to jail. If you have much of them in jail, it will reduce the people that are still looting us. So I keep begging them. Most times when I tell them, they laugh. They say, Mr. Smith, you have started. I say, no, and I'm just telling you, because I know that this is the crime that is eating up this country, and the youths are not also looking at it to say, okay, people must be accountable to what they do or what they have done. Because if you check the airways this period, you see people are coming to say, we are encouraging this person, we are calling on this person to come and run as a local government chairman, we are calling on this person to come and run as a local government. I mean, this is what we have been doing since 1990 date, and we are still in the same place. We cannot be doing the same thing and expecting different results. No. So if we called on somebody to come and become a governor or a local government chairman like we used to do in 1999, and 1999 we called another person and all that he did, we're still suffering, yet we are still calling people to come and run. The problem is not that your community has not run for local government before. The problem is not that your village or your compound has not run for local government before. That's not it. Even if he's a foreigner that is a local government chairman, how well, if he's ruling well, if there are basic amenities there, I can tell you that you won't even bother to know who is doing it and who is not doing it. The most important thing is not your community person coming to rule. It's not your family person coming to rule. The reason why we are calling for our community person to come and rule and our family person to come and rule is because we think that we are being marginalized. And why are we marginalized? We think that when your community person rules, it will drag development to your own place. When your family person will rule, it will drag development to your own place. Is that how it's supposed to be? No. So it doesn't matter who is coming to rule or who is coming to be a chairman of a local government. What matters is, what is this person's interest? If its interest is still on to commit white collar crime, I tell you, even if it's your younger and elder brother that is there, you will still be in the same position. Because if you go to make research, go to those persons that have become local government chairman before, go and check their family people, go and check their relatives, go and check their immediate brothers and younger and siblings and all that. You will still discover that they still have people that most of you are even better off. So it is not even your family person coming to be. The thing is, the most important thing is, who is coming to be? What does he have to do? Because for me, that is the most important thing. It doesn't matter. Even if we have somebody that is coming from Malaysia to come and will come and be a local government chairman, provided he can provide the basic amenity, I think that you and I will even be okay. So number 2 is empowering anti-corruption agencies. We talked about the judicial reform. We have said it. The judicial reform is one of the most important things so that people can be punished appropriately. In China, I was discussing with somebody this afternoon in the office, and he's actually an engineer, a civil engineer and an architect. So I was discussing with them. They said in China that if you do a substandard job as an engineer and the building collapsed or thereabouts, that you're going to be sentenced immediately. There is nothing to worry about. But that in Nigeria, when you do a job and the building collapse, you're going to be taking punishment like God. Your punishment will stay because everybody will just be looking at, before you know, politically they will close it. I say no, it's not done that way. There are body that regulates this. He say yes, worst case scenario, they collect your certificate, but he will recommend that when you do that, they should kill like they do in China and all that. As such, people, it will stand as deterrent to people, because you can see the daily basis building collapsing everywhere. It is because of this. So judicial reform, very important. At every point in time, white collar crime comes to your place, you see how to do, so people can be sentenced appropriately. We have public awareness and campaign, and we have international cooperation. And we have to also be looking at today again, implementation of strategies. These are policy and legislation. Implement comprehensive anti-corruption policies and review existing law to address loopholes. Very important. Training and resources. Provide law enforcement agencies with the necessary training and resources to investigate and prosecute white collar crime. Public-private partnership. Engage the private sector in anti-corruption initiative and promote corporate governance standard. Monitoring and evaluation. Establish mechanisms to monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of anti-corruption effort and make necessary adjustments. Whistleblower protection. Yes, I thank God that I just heard it yesterday that the president will soon sign whistleblower protection or send it to the House of Assembly. That's for me a good one. It's part of the solution we're providing. Now, cooperative analysis, how other countries handled white collar crime. We're going to be looking at that. In United States, the approach, the U.S. has a robust legal framework with agencies like Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, that is the SEC, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FIB. They are dedicated to combating white collar crime, high profile cases, and often prosecute to serve as a deterrent. You see, the FIB over there, what they do is to combating white collar crime, and because they are there, and because the judiciary over there are also with them doing the right thing, despite the prevalence of white collar crime, the U.S. legal system has successfully prosecuted many high-profile offenders, resulting to some public confidence. So this is just what it is. We have countries that have done this. Like I have said, this thing that government does road every day is not even our issue. Do one road, give it to private sectors. Imagine giving 100 roads to private sectors in Rivers State. What it means is that each of those private sectors will employ 5 persons at least, because people will sweep the road. Yes. And when 100 persons employ 5 persons, what have you succeeded in doing? We have gone about 500 persons being employed. Honorable jobs though. In this now. Apart from that, these are just direct jobs, and because people are employed in that stretch of road, people will also sell little things to make sure that people are around. So by extension, you are also employing over. So that will employ over 1,000 persons. So what we are saying is, crime is increasing on a daily basis, and white collar crime is one thing that has killed, that has brought Nigeria to this level. I will beg and I will suggest that as leaders, please let us have a human face to see how we can empower our people rightly, so we can reduce crime and criminality. My name remains Ukechi Smith. Dibia, go to social media, just Google it, you see it. You can follow us, you can like it, you can also ask your questions on the social media. We will also answer you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next week again, Security and You continues 8 to 8:45 p.m. every Thursday. Good evening.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Do not do a code that says the champion of the league 2024-2025 season will be coming from the eastern part of Nigeria. Two clubs, the defending champions and the People's Elephant. Is he a prophet? We'll get to find out. The league starts very, very soon. We are praying that we have the best stadium so that we can have best quality of football. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Global Sports Updates will continue. Dunadi Okonta joins me to conclude the conversation we started yesterday. My name is Godwin Enakera. Now, let's talk about coaches in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Abia Warriors will be parading a new coach in Imama Makakabo. He's coming back to that place. Bayelsa United have Ladan Bosso.
He's coming back.
Beyond Limits has become the former Atlant. Atlant have returned, delegated and returned. They have a new coach in Emmanuel Amunike.
He's returning to the league.
That's interesting. Kano Pillars have a new coach. Abdallah is home in Kano, and that has been his place.
He's returning to the league.
Many more are going to come.
Many more are going to come.
The consistency we talk about in our league.
But in terms of coaching, everywhere the coaches move. In our own case, like Kano Pillars, like I said about political club, Kano Pillars is also going into that category. Lobby Stars is one of those categories. When they don't like a management, there's somebody pulling the string. It's either the commissioner is pulling the string, or the chief of staff pulling the string, or the SSG, or whoever is pulling the string, or the deputy governor. So when they say a management appoints a coach, this is the second time or third time Kano Pillars is falling into this trap. When they appoint a coach, somebody say they don't want the coach. They say no, this is not the coach. They unveil a coach, you see that we don't want this coach. So this is it. But Abdallah is an own person, somebody who have coached in the north. He's handled Wicked at one time. He's handled Katsina. He's handled Enyimba, won the league with Enyimba. He's part of the Super Eagles setup in the past. So it's not. It was the one that promoted Katsina United to the Premier League. When they got to the Premier League, after that was the season, Sporting Lagos also got to the Premier League also. So it's somebody who is used to the terrain. So it's an own boy. He knows how to deal with this situation. But the fact is that the backroom staff, he's not going to bring any backroom staff. Kano Pillars will appoint, not even appoint, the backroom staff remains. That's the only club where you have backroom staff stable. You have the chief coach in Nigeria. The chief coach is the assistant coach. So some of that's difficult. Chief coach, assistant coach. Then you have the assistant coach, who is supposed to be an assistant coach also. We have all the other backroom staff being in Kano Pillars in the last 6-7 seasons.
And most of them are former players.
Yeah, former players. Gambo Mohamed is part of the setting. Ahmed Galba, Yao is part of the setting. Ibrahim Musa, they call him, that's the name they call him. I won't use that name on say, but then it's also part of the setting. Kano Pillars has been used to that. The only thing that changed, the media officer has changed because that one is not a traditional ruler. They told him to go and face his community. He would have been there by now. The team manager has also changed. The secretary has changed. But the chairman, but the other members of the coaching crew did not change. They are still in place.
I'm looking at the position of chairman. Kano Pillars has a new chairman. Sunshine has a new chairman. Atlant has a new chairman. Air Kanemi Warriors has a new chairman. Nassau United has a new chairman.
Katsina United, I don't know the number of chairmen they have had in the last 2 weeks.
Well, Katsina United chairman stays. He's not going anywhere. The former chairman, Suraj, did not hand over. So the acting governor of Katsina State is saying, hand over to the man that we have appointed. And that is the young man, Danlami. Yes. So there's no change at all. He was the same person that saw them all through. So I'm looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More we go. If this managerial go round continues, where do we find the consistency?
Well, you can't find consistency in a situation like that, especially when appointments are done. Like I said, they have political undertone. A political undertone does not mean that. Political also is if the governor decides to open this TV in the morning and find that your face appears on TV, and the thing on TV doesn't like it, he will just tell you, please change this man, bring in somebody else to run that position. sometimes result does not determine whether you stay or not. It is how we're connected to the powers around the governors, not the governor, the powers around the governor that matters a lot. There are people when Anyansi was at Eyimba, when he stayed over 20 years at Eyimba, you discover that even those who were governors at Eyimba at one point were people who has held positions around the Abia State government before. So he has had gone off of network or link with them before they became governor. So it was easy for him to remain. Of course, his success managing the club also gave him that leverage, so an opportunity for also meet those people. That's why he was able to stay long. In some other cases, if a new governor comes in, the management goes. If a new party comes in, they go. But in some other cases, if the first 4 games of the league, they are not comfortable with it, they will remove the chairman. Your results are not going your way because the chairman will also have a scapegoat. The scapegoat may be the coach, sack the coach, then you will go. So you can't have consistency in that place. The fact is that government stranglehold on professional sports in Nigeria is a big letdown.
I feel disappointed, very unhappy, that from 3 private clubs in the Nigerian Premier League, they have been reduced to 2, and that is Remo Stars and Ikorodu City. At some point, we're advocating and praying that we have more private club sides in the Premier League.
But when we have that, the National League is also showing sign of private involvement. But I've seen some private clubs fight for. Last season, we have Supreme in Abuja. We had Inter Lagos in National League. We also got to the playoff stage. Then we had Madiba, which is a private club. So the question is, next season, let's have consistency. When we have more clubs, see, the lower division is very key. When we have more private clubs in the lower division, there's every tendency that we'll have more in the Premier League. So it's now the battle between the government-owned clubs and the private clubs in the lower division. Whoever remains consistent over time, of course, you know that consistency means that you have to spend more. You're not expecting anything. You have to keep investing. You have to keep investing so that you get what you wanted at the end of the day. If they get maybe it's possibly this last season in the National League, Academy, Sokoto United and Nasa United are the only government club among the 8 clubs that took part in that playoff. The 5 private clubs are Supreme, Abuja, Inter Lagos, Madiba, Beyond Limit and Ikorodu City. There are 5 of them. So what does that say? It means that if you have 5 clubs from the second division goes to the private club, goes to the playoff, and 3 from government, there's very likely that one will get to the Premier League. Likelihood. So that's what we're going to have. The interesting thing that those from the southern zone that got to the Premier League were private clubs, unless the fact that Beyond Limit has now been changed to the New Heartland. That would have been more private clubs in the league. So it's not a battle between the government clubs and the private club in the National League. And the National League is key also. But then it all depends on how well these private clubs their watchers can carry them, which is key.
Now let's talk about. I talked about Kaleme being knocked out. It wasn't a surprise to anyone. We saw it coming. Now we have Eyimba. They drew by in the first round. Now they're going to face Etoile de Filante.
Etoile Filante,
yes.
Burkina Faso. There are several Etoile Filante. In French, in those French language, Etoile means stars in France. There's Etoile Filante in Togo. There's one in Republic. This one is Burkina Faso. It's the same thing when we have douanes. Douanes is custom or border guard in French. They have douanes in Senegal. They have in Guinea. They have in Mali. They have in Burkina Faso. So Eyimba has a better draw, but then they have to be careful. You are playing a team from Burkina Faso. It means that you have to be big. The last time they played a team from Burkina Faso was Raimo. That was the same. Of course, Eyimba knew what they had to go through to skate through that team. But Eyimba, the beauty of it is that they've avoided playing some of these bigger teams. So they're now in this stage in the competition cup is when you get to the group stage. When you win over 2 legs, you go to the group stage. That's where Eyimba has, because you see the beauty of it is that when you remain consistency or you have or pedigree, you have to escape some of this.
But Eyimba can escape this.
They can escape. They can escape this.
Rangers were not very impressive against the team from Comoros Island, and they managed to go through. Now they are going to be facing an Angolan team.
Grupo Deportivo Sagrada Esperanza. This Angolan team came second in the Angolan League. Interestingly, Rangers record, the last time Rangers played an Angolan team was Recreativo de Libolo. Rangers did not qualify from the CAF Confederation Cup. They didn't qualify. That was the year Rangers has controversy over Emmanuel Daniel from Shooting Stars to Rangers. That controversy then. So it also means that Rangers needs to up their game. The Angolan team are not smart because Rangers' result against this team from Comoros did not inspire any confidence. Will they escape? I don't guarantee Rangers that escape.
Wow.
Because this same Angolan team won their game against a team from Shell. Home and away. So Rangers could not muster that. I'm not saying you can't have a bad day, but the fact is that come on for a team like that. And if that team from Comoros decided to play in Nigeria, they didn't go elsewhere. They didn't have to put you under stress of traveling. You just stayed in Uyo, played in Uyo. Second leg played in Uyo. No stress. The only stress you had is just to travel from Enugu to Uyo, possibly 5 hours.
Before we go, Dumnadi Okonta, the only pitch that is good enough for even the preliminary stages of the CAF Champions League for now, which is 100% guarantee to host the group stages if our team qualifies, is Uyo.
That's where Eyimba will play.
Remo and Eka, if they had progressed, they would have gone anywhere. Yeah. So it means that Rangers and Eyimba, that's where they're going to play when they cross this order.
Rangers, now this next order, Eyimba will play in Uyo.
Yes.
The next Rangers will also play in Uyo.
No, Eyimba are playing in Naba.
Godwin,
yes.
If Abba is giving provisional clearance,
yes.
It also means that Abba is giving provisional clearance on the basis of this Eyimba's first game.
Exactly, that's the point I'm making.
We can give that as an excuse. But for Rangers, they didn't get provisional clearance. That's why they played in Uyo. If they had gotten provisional clearance, they would have played this first leg in Enugu.
Exactly.
Before going to Uyo.
Can Rangers go through? You said it's almost it's dicey. Can Eyimba go through? You said yes.
Eyimba will go through because of the opposition. Rangers, the last time they played an Angolan team was Recreativo de Libolo. Rangers drew goalless in Enugu, went to Angola, lost 3-1.
Before we go, Dunodi, I say that again quickly. Who wins the Premier League 2024-2025 season?
Godwin,
who has done the best business, recruitment and what have you?
But sometimes some people will do recruitment, but the recruitment won't gel, especially when they are playing on the continent. Because continental distractions are big distractions. Only Eyimba sometimes can manage competing on all front. Some clubs can't manage it. They can't remain consistent on all front. For this season, we will give Rangers. We give Eyimba among the top 4. Rangers, Eyimba. Raymond Stars have been consistent over 3 seasons. They will be among the top 4. Then, teams who have not been consistent, over until last season, like Rivers United, will be among the top 4. Okay. If we win the league, it's going to be between a team from the two teams from the Southeast. We're going to be the top contenders for the league.
You didn't mention their names.
Eyimba and Rangers.
Wow. Dumnodi is an oracle, and he has spoken. He said the champions of the league will be between Enugu Rangers, the defending champions, and the People's Elephant from Aba. These teams are managed by young persons, young coaches, young people who have caught their teeth so quickly in the business. We look forward to a very interesting season, 2024-2025 season. The winner of the league will get 200 million. But like I said before, let us find a way of this money's cascading to all 20 club sides. That is the way to go. And the chairman of the league, our Honorable Gbenga Legbele, told me that every club in the league will get something. It will be graduated. A lot of games are going to be on TV, more games on TV, and of course you can also stream the Nigerian Premier Football League on your mobile apps. Thank you again, Dunodi Okonta, for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
That's about the size of the show, Global Sports Update. Don't forget to keep praying for Nigeria. My name is Godwin Inakena. God bless Nigeria.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique style.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well,
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Hey,
better don't land though. That thing where we don't find Tete for Sokoto. Don't land Boa forward domot. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry Wonge Herbal Remedy. Enter town to take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. You did good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. You go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. They kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder route where go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take them, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take and finish, you go see the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set and fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take them again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, now for real man.
Greetings to you, wonderful people of River State. Thank you for joining us on this health enlightenment, sponsored by Baba Champion Herbs. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. You can call Baba Champion on 081-6920-2525. 081-6920-2525. Let's hear from the Chief Consultant of Baba Champion Herbs.
Thank you so much, dear listener, for being with us. I am the Chief Consultant of Champion Herbs International. Today, I want to talk about erectile dysfunction.
Please, could you break it down so everybody can understand this?
Erectile dysfunction is the inability to get and keep an erection firm enough for intercourse. Having erection trouble from time to time is not necessarily an issue for concern, but when it happens frequently, it becomes a problem. It can cause stress, affect your self-confidence, and contribute to relationship problems. This problem of getting or keeping an erection can also be a sign of an underlying health condition that needs treatment. Male sexual arousal is a complex process that involves the brain, hormones, emotions, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. Stress and mental health concerns can cause or worsen erectile dysfunction. Common causes include alcoholism and other forms of substance abuse, sleep disorders. If you don't sleep well, it can affect your performance. Tobacco use, too much sugar in the body, obesity, metabolic syndrome, which is a condition involving increased blood pressure, high insulin level, body fat around the waist, among others.
Does it come with symptoms?
The symptoms include trouble getting an erection or keeping an erection, reduced sexual desire. You find yourself as a man, you don't have urge at all. When you experience other sexual problems such as premature ejaculation, other ailments such as diabetes, heart disease might also be linked to erectile dysfunction.
Any advice to our listeners?
I advise any man with any of these symptoms to quickly visit an expert. Even if it gets you embarrassed talking to an expert, never mind that. Most times, treating an underlying condition is enough to reverse erectile dysfunction. In other cases, medication or direct treatment helps a lot. So, when you see yourself in this situation, visit an expert. Don't feel ashamed to talk to an expert. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081-6920-2525.
Thank you very much.
Follow no road, Oga. Follow no road. I probably follow no road. Even think follow no road.
Hey, better don't land though. That thing where we don't find Tete for Sokoto. Don't land Boa forward domot. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry Wonge Herbal Remedy. Enter town to take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. You did good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. You go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. They kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder route where go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take them, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take and finish, you go see the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set and fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take them again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, now for real man.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. Only on Today 95.1 FM.
Vice National President, Michel Obiakukwe. Second Vice National President, Oliver Ikokwe Nekanono. National Patron, People's Club of Nigeria. Executive member, you know.
Alright, starting off today's episode of the Thrill. Actually, it's the final episode for the week, so we have to spice things up with this amazing song titled Father Father by Oliver D. Coke. Now, I know that this brings back some memories for the High Life gang, but don't worry, I got you covered. It's the Thrill after all. Before we dive into the conversation proper for the evening, we are going to take a short break. You know, we have to go to the market, we have to pay some bills. So we'll take this commercial from Desperados, and then right after that, you and I are going to have the conversation on the table tonight. Do not touch that dial. It's the Thrill, beautiful people.
.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Let's go!
Welcome to What's Popping.
What's popping? Brand new whip, just hot.
With Desperados. What's Popping with Desperados.
Welcome to the most lit edition of What's Popping with Desperados, the most epic radio show on the planet, and I'm here to deliver non-stop party vibes, blazing beats, juicy gossip, and hotter conversations that are way too hot to handle. So, strap in and get ready for the wildest ride in entertainment. Who's hyped and ready to get this party started? If you know you're hyped like me, then you're definitely welcome to the show. Let's make you pop. Let's go.
What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer.
Calling on all social media addicts and pop culture enthusiasts. You just tuned into the hottest show on the planet, and it's What's Poppin' with Desperados. We're dishing out the juiciest celeb gossip, the trendiest pop culture updates, and lifestyle tips hotter than a habanero margarita. And just like in Desperados, refreshingly informative with a twist of wild fun. So buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to dive deep into the pop culture pool, and it's gonna be lit. But time for a quick break. Grab yourself a bottle of Desperados, the beer that dares to mix the boulders of lager with a playful hint of tequila. Savor that unique flavor and don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with more thrilling updates before you know it.
What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer.
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Go all out and be unusual, just like
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other and every party one to remember.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
The Poppin' 7.
It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance.
The Poppin' 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
Yes, Desperados fam, it's time to get lit. We're about to ignite your day with the Poppin' 7. The hottest records that'll set your playlist ablaze. Brought to you by the one and only Desperados. I'm talking about bangers so lit, you want to dance all night long and nobody's watching. Even if we are, we don't even care because that's the idea. And the silky smooth vibes of Juju by Smully featuring Odumodu Black and Shelly Poppy is how we kick it off today with this epic party. This record is making all the waves everywhere in the country right now, making it a triple threat of talent. Smully's amazing vocals, Odumodu Black's incredible verse, and Shelly Poppy's skills. This track is a recipe for success. The blend of street pop music in Juju is pure perfection. The catchy chorus will get you moving and grooving on the dance floor. Next on the list is gotta be MMS, Ashake featuring Wizkid. This enchanted track is a masterpiece, showcasing Ashake's unique sound and incredible talent. With Wizkid's amazing verse, the chemistry between the two artists is undeniable, taking the song to new heights, and the numbers don't lie. MMS has already broken records on Spotify Nigeria. Listen to MMS now and experience the magic of Ashake and Wizkid's collaboration.
What's up on the time? What's up on the time?
And next on the Poppin' 7 today is TML Vibes, and this right here is called My Paddy. With My Paddy, TML Vibes has once again proven why he is one of the most exciting and innovative artists around. So go ahead and give it a listen.
My body, like no blame me. Now my horse you are sabi. Tamo peti alabi, balogi, money to be happy, my body,
Still the Popping 7, and next on the list is Moving by Omale. Omale returns to the music scene with a track that solidifies his position as one of Nigeria's most talented new generation musicians. Moving is a testament to Omale's songwriting skills and ability to create music that resonates with listeners.
These conversations, distance when you can never. This has been enough for you. My darling, I've been living the life. Time is to have fun. Let's take this time to get high. Make confirmation, cause I've been moving.
Yo, Nigeria, we're keeping the vibe going on Popping 7, and we're hyped to have Desperados as our sponsor. This pioneering tequila-flavored beer is breaking the rules and pushing boundaries with its bold, refreshing taste and spicy kick. Desperados is all about embracing your individuality and living life on your terms. We love it. I know you love it as well. So without wasting time, let's raise a bottle to Desperados, the beer that's made to be different. Go Desperados, go!
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Go all out and be unusual, just like
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other and every party one to remember.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer. The Popping 7.
It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance.
The Popping 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
I'm back to the Popping 7, fellas. And next on the list today is Ayo Math, and this right here is $2. $2 is a must-have in your collection, taken from his impressive studio album, Mafian. Since rising to fame, Ayo Math has been consistently delivering good melodies to keep his audience entertained. $2 is another feel-good record to add to his impressive discography. Still the Popping 7, and next on the list is Mentally by Ashake. This record will definitely be stuck on your playlist. If you're a fan of Ashake or you just love great music in general, then this record is definitely yours. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.
Mentally, I just have to just mentally. No slacking. Kashamaro, no shaking. I'm on the movie, imagine where I go there tomorrow. I do move like magic. I fit the for Cincinnati. Pass they go Abu Dhabi, anywhere you go.
Ayo Math is here again, and this right here is called 7 Lives. 7 Lives showcases Ayo Math's exceptional talent and creativity, making it the most listened to for music lovers. And I love this one. I'm super confident 7 Lives will be stuck right in your head.
I believe I can touch the sky. I will love you die. Say we get 7 lives, sorry. Say we get 7 lives, sorry.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer.
Up next is the list where I'll be dishing out all the sizzling details on young Nigerian favorite celebrities in style, fashion, fitness, travel, and pop culture. But first, meet Desperados, the bold, daring, and refreshingly different beer that's got everyone talking. With a zesty lemon and spicy kick, it's the perfect companion for a pop culture party. So grab a Desperados, get comfy, and let's dive into the hottest celebrity gossip on what's popping. Cheers to Desperados.
The list. Scoop about your favorites.
This is where it's at.
The list.
Yo, my party people, welcome back. And this is the list right here where I've got the juiciest gossip, and it's about to get real. Illbleeze speaks out. Veteran rapper Ill Bliss is sounding the alarm. He is lamenting the loss of Wizkid, Davido and Burna Boy to Afro beats. These music stars started as rappers but switched to singing and achieved global stardom. Ill Bliss admits that hip-hop isn't lucrative in Nigeria. Only a few rappers like himself, Vector, M.I., Reminisce, and Olamide, alongside Fino, have achieved commercial success. The rest, they've jumped ship to Afro beats. Is hip-hop dying in Nigeria? Are Afro beats the new cool? Time will tell.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer.
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Go all out and be unusual, just like
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other and every party one to remember.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Does anyone know where the plug is? Where it's popping. Looking for something. Places and events for you. What's popping?
It still was popping with Desperados over here, and it's time for me to come with a location. My party people, welcome back to the show, and it's time for Where's Popping. And you already know I'm your ultimate guide to the hottest spots in town. Today, we're cranking up the fun in Maryland, Lagos, and taking you straight to the heart of the action at Charlie's Lounge. This place is a vibe all on its own. Nestled in Mende, Maryland, Charlie's Lounge is where entertainment meets style. Picture this, a rooftop lounge with killer views, a fine dining restaurant that will make your taste buds dance, a club that keeps the beats pumping, and a bar stocked with everything you need to keep the night alive. Whether you're diving into their mouth-watering local dishes or going global with their continental options, Charlie's serves up freshness like none other. And let's not forget their impressive lineup of Desperados beer, perfect for keeping this party going all night long. Charlie's Lounge is more than just a hangout. It's the go-to spot for everything from epic meetups and family reunions to romantic date nights. Even if you're looking to unwind after a hectic day, the mixologists, and the chefs so on point with tasty finger foods and drinks that hit the spot every time. So, you know the question next, right? What are you waiting for? If you're in Maryland, Lagos, and want to be where the fun is, make your way to 2 Alade Close, Mende, Maryland. Charlie's Lounge is the place to be. Don't miss out on this one.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer.
And that's what I've got for you guys today. Thanks for hanging with me and What's Popping with Desperados. It's been a blast. And remember, if you're into beer, check. If you're into tequila, check. Then you're officially a part of the Desperados tribe. The tequila-flavored beer is the ultimate mix of zesty, spicy, and sweet, and is waiting for you at stores nationwide. So grab a few, run up your crew, and let the fiesta vibes roll. Until next time, keep it popping and stay Desperados. Cheers and have an epic evening.
Thank you for checking in with us on What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
FBC Wankwo Osofia One Obinopia Father National Patron People's Club of Nigeria Chipsi Ayokoye Nakuse of Abatete Former legal advisor Prince DNI Okoyeze Wanda Malini of Nivo legal advisor Lagos branch okay. Sure, Nenny. All problems of Anishi. Former publicity secretary. Lagos branch. Chief Dr. Sir. 01 mega no no. Ship. Ilo di be. O baby na yellow go. O wana dealer of Newi. National patron. The Canadian eligible transport to Newi. The Canadian one in ship. Let us see your fordum. She open me. The Ganga Michi. Executive member, you know. You see, oh, Ezagu. She is of Nokwa. Follow Waji. Executive member, you know. What you lost, what? Eddie Agua. What enough Aguleri? Ebu National Secretary, I know. She put Daniel Obajaka. Okanewi. Chairman, Managing Director. Is the Sugar Transport and Newi. The manager will never say, Live a lock and no one will let you do a banaka. Even this year, someone. Yes, a couple one of our work at the mouth. Chief of Mike Air from Paul. Oh, many. Natural logo of Newi. Ship Mrs. Veronia. Agent one of Bobina go, the one in the mouth. Ship Emuyoshi. Duromani of Asia. Oliver the governor of work at the mouth. Ship.
Okay, to making sure that you get to enjoy some beautiful highlight songs right there. So this one titled Father Father by Oliver the Coke. One song that did make the waves in its time, and it's one song I know that the lots of you who love highlight songs definitely do enjoy. So I mean, I take it upon myself to bring you some of the best highlight songs ever. So this one, I do hope that you are enjoying it. Okay, having returned from that Desperados break right there, let's dive into the conversation for the evening on today's episode of The Thrill. I did say that it's going to be the last for the week. Yeah, The Thrill continues next week, Monday. But for today, let's talk about honesty being the best policy. Yeah. Let's talk about, so over time we've had, some people return things that didn't belong to them, like really expensive things, cash. There's been, maybe flight tickets or different things, belongings, valuables. Some people returning those things to the actual owners, rather than keeping them for themselves. Now, is it even possible? Is that still attainable in this day and time? I mean, given the current hardship. A couple of days ago, I was hearing the people I know were having a conversation here, and then the whole things like I was hearing things like, so I dey chook, everybody I dey red. Well, that means a lot of things. Okay, so given this day, given the current economic realities, is it even possible to find honest people still? People who will find something that does not belong to them and will make every possible attempt to return those items to the actual owners. Well, this evening, you and I are going to be talking about a man. His name is Owell, and he is trending for obvious reasons. Okay, so an employee of the Nigeria Aviation Handling Company, Owell Danko Day, has been commended for his honesty after returning 10,000. All right, 10,000 words. I just took a pause there because I want you guys to complete it. What do you think? How much do you think he returned? That is if you've not heard the story. Well, he returned $10,000. Not 10,000 naira. Because right about now, 10,000 naira is even big money. Big money as in big money, not in terms of what it can fetch you, because you walk into a grocery store with 10,000 naira and then you come out, you walk out, and then you're looking at your bag because you're wondering what you got. You're wondering what you purchased for that amount. And it just feels like 10,000 naira is too small to even fetch you a custard rubber of rice right about now. I think the other day I did this market survey and I got told that custard rubber rice is about 9,500 naira ish, something like that. I didn't want to buy, but I was doing a market survey, so because I mean one has to stay up to date, up to speed with the prices of goods now. So $10,000. Orwell found $10,000 in a plane, and he did not keep it for himself. Do you know how much $10,000 is in Nigerian currency? $10,000 in naira. Please do the math. I know it's, but it's doing me like, you know, the figure is figuring. So do the math. $10,000 in naira. Well, honesty and integrity, they say, is the best policy. I don't even know if this is still happening right about now. But for some Nigerians, yeah, Owa should have used the money to change his life, given that he's a cleaner. And for others, still, he did the right thing. So, you know how things like this happen and everybody has hot takes. People have, you know, the things that they feel should be done, and so they will, of course, rush to give their hot takes. Well, Owal Dankode happens to be a worker at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano. He discovered $10,000 while clearing the aircraft. Okay, let me spare you guys. Let me just, you know, spare you the trouble of having to calculate so much. But $10,000 in naira is about 16 million naira. Now, after he discovered the cash, he promptly reported the incident to the airline company's manager, initiating a search for the rightful owner. And this immediate action has earned him widespread praise and admiration. Well, people who know this man has come out to say he actually is a God-fearing man who has unwavering integrity. And then this selfless act of his has highlighted the importance of honesty and accountability in the workplace. So, yes, we're giving thumbs up to Owal, and you and I are going to talk about the reactions so far. Let's talk, because, I mean, hot takes here and there on social media. I read one or two posts. Actually, I read through, you know, like comment sections, you know, different blogs that carried the story and everything. While there are some Nigerians who are applauding him, you know, saying that honesty is the best policy and it was necessary, it was really good that he, at the end of the day, returned the money. He didn't keep it for himself because, I mean, that's not even his property in the first place. So it was a good thing that he did that. And then some other Nigerians were asking questions. So you are a cleaner and somebody who has $10,000 forgot this money. Who is this person? Why does somebody else have $10,000 in his or her possession? Why didn't you take 1,000 from inside? And then use it to better your life, use it to do this, use it to do that. I mean, it was a whole lot. And then that led me to, you know, asking the questions. What is it with Nigerians? And already, it feels like in the international space, yeah, in the international community, Nigeria does not have a very good name exactly, because it just feels like the country is known for some of the, you know, most terrible things that happen. You know, given to fraud, given to dubious means, dubious acts, and all of those things. Now, looking at somebody who is Nigerian, finding $10,000 and then making sure that it is returned to the owner. That is something to applaud, right? Well, I'd love to get your thoughts on this one. Does this action give credibility to the belief that not all Nigerians are bad and dubious? Do you think that if this is put out there, if this goes to the international community, it will help, to rearrange or polish the bad name that somehow exists, in the international community when Nigerians are concerned? And this one is a fact check. Actually, it's a truth check. This is me placing you in a truth machine now. Given the hardship in the country at the moment, would you return $10,000 if you were in Orwell's shoes? So if you found $10,000 in a plane, actually if you found $10,000 anywhere, but the money is not your own, would you return it? I'd love for you to tell me. And then, is monetary reward a must for being honest and upright? Every time somebody does something good, or what is considered good, at least by societal standards or by the moral standards that we have, is it necessary? Is it a must that the person should be giving money? Because some, Nigerians are already asking questions. So I hope that the owner will give him money, even if it's $1,000. So they should give him, as payments now, reward his honesty, reward his integrity, and blah, blah, blah. So I'd love to get your thoughts. Is it necessary? Is it a must that every time somebody is honest, somebody does something honest, somebody is upright, somebody does something like what Owl has just done, must the person be given reward in cash or kind? Maybe something be done for a person for remaining upright? I'd love to get your thoughts on this one. 0817 0000951, 0817 0000951, 0810 9510951, 0810 9510951. Tell me, given the hardship in the country at the moment, would you return $10,000 if you were in Orwell's shoes? Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, my lady.
Good evening.
My name is David Henry. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Welcome.
This is indeed a test and a proof of integrity. You ask a question, if I can do it.
Yes.
For me, I do not know until we get there. Then must the person be rewarded?
Yeah.
Yes. The person must be rewarded. Anybody that does good should be rewarded with good to encourage others. Just like anybody that does evil should serve punishment to serve as deterrent to others. That is the only way the society can be better.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yes, thank
now
you.
Now the young man has done well. Now, but the disappointment and the funny thing, especially with the Nigeria, is that this same man will come out tomorrow now to contest for say councillorship. And the people around him will say he does not have structure. That is why he is not qualified, or he won't be qualified to govern as little as a ward is. That's the problem with Nigeria. But whether he did well, I think he hello? Yeah, all well.
All right.
His name is Allwell, right?
No, Orwell. He's from the north, so it's Orwell.
Okay, Orwell.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
He did well. All right.
Okay. All right. Sending your messages to 0701-9339-962. 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. Name and location.
Okay, my name is Sapi.
Welcome, Sapi. Talk to me.
Now, I just want to answer one of your questions. And that is, if the man's deed will redeem our image internationally. My answer is no, because those who spoil our image internationally are not local people. Those who spoil our name internationally are our leaders. So until our leaders begin to do something that will redeem our image, that is when we will be we will be accounted as people who are honest.
All right. So, are you answering the other question? Given the hardship in the country at the moment, would you return the $10,000 if it was you?
I will.
You will?
I will.
Interesting. Okay. All right, then. Thank you. Okay. Given the hardship in the country at the moment, would you return $10,000 if you were in Orwell's shoes? Let me know. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Name and location.
Hello.
I can hear you. Good evening.
Hello.
Okay, maybe you can try calling me back, okay? Try calling me again. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Rebecca.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is Honorable Crystal Chris.
Welcome.
Yeah. Let me tell you, the character and the attitude of the by the worker or who returned $10,000 has nothing to do with the international community or to redeem our image. Don't you know that most of the international community know very well that most Nigerian leaders don't have what it takes? Can you believe that most of our leaders do go holiday in Western world just to have fun, while they have all it takes to put Nigeria in order? So that one is not anything to me. So this kind of situation now, if I see that kind of money, the way they train me, see, my very first, I started having fear in the things of maybe something concern another people's things. After, you know, when they tie people for drone, they shoot them.
No.
You know that time? Okay. I witnessed it. Each family will go with their children. So as you see me here, I can't see someone's property and they are even pick it. If I pick it, I will turn it back to it. The thumb are still on me. You know, when they tie some of our uncles, soldiers will kneel down and start shooting them. They tie them on the liner. So that is when they train us. That is the kind of training we have. So
okay.
I don't take something that not belongs to me.
So you will return $10,000 if you found it?
I will return it.
Okay.
I will return it.
All right. All right. Thank you for sharing. Would you return $10,000 if you found it? $10,000 as in the one that is not your own. No, I'm not talking about yours. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Name and location.
Yes. To return the money in the name to change Nigerian image, and whether it's abroad or in Nigeria here, me, I will never return it. Allah, I will never return that money.
Why? But it doesn't belong to you.
I will not return the money. Lie.
Really?
To change our image. Which image? At least if we want to talk about changing the image of Nigeria, it will start from the above. What are they doing now to say they change the image? I thank God now our president go to China today. To go do what? To go and beg them, maybe they should return our plane. How do they seize our plane? Is it not our image made them seize our plane? And if they seize our plane because of our image, am I the cause of seizing the plane? Can we come and return the money where God bring to me?
Oh, you say it's God that brought it to you?
Yes, it's God that brought that money to me. I will not return the image because our system, Nigerian system, is not allowed that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So he says he will not return $10,000 to the owner. Wow. That is scary. Hello. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Nus. I'm calling from Patato.
Welcome.
Yeah, I was watching Real Madrid match and I just tuned in because they just played first half. Somebody forgot her smartphone where I was sitting and I took it and gave it to the barman. I was there, the person came back and the phone was up to 320,000. So if you're a thief, you're a thief. If you're not a thief, you're not a thief. That is just the truth. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, so irrespective of the current economic hardship, some Nigerians are saying they will return the $10,000. They will do the same thing that Orwell has done. All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
Yes, I remember Chigozi from Bodo Bakriland.
Welcome.
Yes, it happens. Like, for instance, in Emo local government, there's a lady or a girl that work one of the hotel in Lagos State. It happened at that day or next year.
Yeah.
So somebody forgets money, a very huge amount of money. She recovered the money and give the authority to the authority of the hotel. They later hand the money over to the owner. So, like person like me, if I find a such of money to God that created me, I will return the money to the owner. And when good luck Jonathan is working, and when good luck Jonathan is president, a taxi rider in Abuja across money, and saw money in his vehicle. He sent the money to the government, and by that time they give him an award, the taxi driver. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, well, so far, some of you saying you would return the money. I mean, given the hardship in the country at the moment, it's actually good to know. And when I talked about, redeeming our image in the international community, Nigeria, as the giant of Africa, is known for a lot of things. While we have our music, taking us there, we have our movies doing so much, then there's also the downside, with some Nigerians having to do with so much, there's prejudice and impartiality. There's just this whole thing that comes to being a Nigerian, especially in the international community. But hopefully we get more owls, we get more people like you who have decided to be honest. So at the end of the day, honesty will indeed remain the best policy. That's it on the thrill for today and actually for the week. The thrill continues next week Monday. All right, I'll be with you next week Monday again. A commercial comes up next, and then I'll take you through the world news at 10 p.m. Everything beautiful will follow thereafter. Make sure to stay tuned to the dial, because as always, it's going to be a blissful night. Thank you so much for your time. I've been your host. My name is Amaka.
Dollar for my hand, diamond for my wrist, brother on my feet, steady rocking Louis V. Every time I pull up in my G's, oh my God, you don't shout it down.
Keep on my penny, I be star boy. Prophet tell us you go loud. So I think say it go easy, but would you any man? I enter industry like bagang, break is over. Me I think say I go blow it, don't be change. Cause everywhere I go they tell me say I to sabi. Why I never blow, me self I no sabi. So I shout Holy Ghost, save my soul, give me lambda. Make I blow, see me show, I make some go. This December, I want to show them I'm then sorry. Oh, baby, don't show me, I say, oh, baby, cause he don't surely show for me. Cause I get dollar for my hand, diamond for my wrist, brother on my feet, steady rocking Louis V. Anytime I pull up to my G's, oh, my God, we don't show me down.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM, such a unique style.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, where they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country health care system. Quatliman, correct, bakelistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Food ground, as every Christmas, have been boundary. Seeking a self-sabi medicine, we pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition, where don't become Obarogba for your
your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Otumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pool to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge change because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make efforts to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time.
It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free.
Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and prefer solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right. You've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Countryman, correct, bakelistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they we know they come out for public anyhow, like a big masquerade. Full ground, as every Christmas have been boundary. Seeking a self-sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International go use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. When don't become Obarugba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.